Get ready. I've hit the live button
I'm
now.
as ready as I'll ever be.
So that's it, we're now live. Apparently. It says we're live here, and once again I've said, oh, are we live? Yes, we're live. There we go. The tradition has been kept. Right.
You know, Yesrallaw is actually the sequel to Yesrallaw.
Yes, we're alive.
Love
In our
it.
party, it will be called Yes, We're Alive.
Yes, just somehow. I don't know how, but we are. I've tried so hard to kill you fuckers, I tell you. Actually, I
You
haven't.
must be so depressed that your party is more apt at killing themselves than you are.
Actually,
You have
yeah.
omnipotence.
Right. At Ginger's request that he I'll give you a quick recap of what happened in the last episode because we have missed a week. And we are sadly down by our good friend Chase. So at the end of the last episode, there was what?
And the Marsh. Don't forget Marsh.
We have been.
Never forget Marsh.
We yes, F's in chat for Marsh. It's only been 16, 17 weeks at least. But yeah.
Seriously, at this point in time, seriously doubting his survival.
I moved house and was gone forever at that point.
Don't worry. One day, Portugal will stop existing. And then there's a day of mourning.
Oh, you're not kidding. Portugal are based. Portugal are one of the few countries that knows what an alliance is and what that means.
Yeah.
You look into England's alliance with Portugal and how that has been honoured time and time again throughout the literally about 1,000 years. It's quite amazing. Anyway, to recap the last episode, you were on the run after the Battle of Chateau de Blois, where demons and angels and all manner of hell got let loose. You ran with the bishop back to his base, essentially, where he said, "Okay, I'll tell you what. I've got a friend of mine that's got a quick mission for you to do. You can hang out and do that mission whilst we lay low and get things sorted out for you, so that you can then go on and carry on with your assault on Paris or whatever it is you were planning on doing." And introduced an interesting character, a large Scottish gentleman named Jock Fitzpatrick. The party then immediately challenged Jock to a duel, and Jock showed them what a fully automatic Desert Eagle 50 caliber pistol can do. Not just a single shot, but burst fire. Because Jock is not from around here, and in fact he's absolutely terrifying. And don't fight him. He is literally Space Marine.
Yeah, tried that, didn't work.
Yeah.
CD was immediately endowed with 4 additional assholes.
Yeah. That's not fair. He can attack twice in one round. He can attack more than twice in one round. I mean, I'm serious. Don't mess with Jock. And Jock has basically invited the party to do a quick mission for him. That mission is pretty simple. Pop over to a place he knows, pick up some stone statues, slap them on the back of a wagon, and then take them to somewhere else that he's aware of. The only catch being is that you have to use the Hall of Worlds to get to both places, and the Hall of Worlds is somewhere where only he can access. Well, there are many people or creatures or things or gods can access, but you need to be of that sort of level to be able to access the Hall of Worlds. Travelled briefly down the Hall of Worlds. In fact, let me bring you up an image of what the Hall of Worlds looks like, because if you don't know what it looks like, it's essentially exactly what it sounds like. It's a hall. It's a hall. It's long. It's bleak. It's desolate. There are doors on either side of this hall, but they're all basically invisible or look much like the wall. If you were to be wandering the hall without knowing how to navigate it, you would be lost forever. But if you know how to navigate it, you can reach just about any time and any space anywhere in the universe through the hall. Handy place. Also has rather a nice diner in it, which is where Tom has taken the party just to quickly stop off, have a burger, pick up the appropriate cart that is required, and then he'll be taking you to the place where he's going to get these statues from. And that place? Well, that place is Medusa's Island. But you'll be going there soon. Meanwhile, he's walked through the door of Tom's diner, and at the end of the diner there is a rather cute-looking little creature curled up next to the fireplace. And over in one of the booths is a character you recognise. There are a number of other characters in there. Basically things that you probably would never have seen before, and your imagination can't really conceptualize, because in this world, size and space and time and all sorts of those types of things don't really work the way they normally do. And Jock turns around to the party and just goes, take a seat in the booth over there, and for God's sakes don't feed the Tarrasque. And he points to the cute little creature sitting by the fireplace.
Well, Alistair will be the first person to do as he is told, because he is somewhat aware of the fact that he is just a little bit out of his depth here.
I'll follow him. Do I know what a Tarrasque is?
I don't know. What do you reckon, Ginger? Would they know what a Tarrasque is? I mean, I know you might know. Might know, but
I would say Grigori has to make either a history or an arcana check for this.
I was going to say, do they exist in your version of the world? It's a 21. It's a good one. That's a good roll. I would suggest if in Yesrallaw history Tarrasques exist, you would probably know with that type of a roll.
Well, Jim?
I would agree. And to that end, I would say from that roll, Grigori is able to surmise, just from some little niggling, like, just a spark of memory that's just flashed into his mind from back when he was a child and he was being told stories of great and terrible creatures to, give him bedtime story nightmares and things of that nature by a particularly malicious aunt that he may have had at some point. And the only thing that you know, Grigori, is that the Tarrasque is a creature that has... It's basically the harbinger of the apocalypse. So, whoever named this thing must have a terribly good sense of humor.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna avoid that by all cost. But as I'm walking to the table, I would like to take a better look at, hey, who else is sitting around here? Because you mentioned that that there's people that we know and people that we can't comprehend.
Well,
could you elaborate a bit more on that?
There's a very large-looking pit fiend sat in one of the booths, wearing a top hat and cane.
He looks familiar, right?
He looks familiar, yeah. I don't think you've been properly introduced. But I've got to ask, Garrow, is Garrow wearing his top hat?
He of course, Garrow would be wearing his top hat. He is, after all, a gentleman.
In that case, the pit fiend will have noticed you, and he raises an eyebrow so much that his monocle just drops off his face just ever so briefly. And he pops it back on there, and he doffs his hat at you and says something along the lines of, But of course, your brain actually, on hearing that, translates that to, that's a fine hat you have, that, sir.
I will tip to bring my hat in return and thank him for his compliment. Yes, I was able to liberate it from the dirt after its previous owner left it rather speedily. I thought you couldn't leave a hat like this lying around. Be a crime.
He grins a very toothy grin at you and says something along the lines of "Roar! Roar!" which somehow you translate as, well, it suits you very well.
He's speaking Puck.
I didn't know Gargarex was fluent in cat.
I mean, most cats and most demons are.
Yeah.
Kind of bilingual.
Demon kind.
Yeah, it's amazing because Puck was kind of sat in the entrance the whole way, just looking up the stairs, confused, and then wandered off.
But
Puck was not impressed.
but
No.
other than Gargarex, are there any interesting characters that we may interact or know the existence of?
Roll me a perception check. Everyone roll a perception check.
Okie dokie.
What do my elven eyes see?
It's not so much your elven eyes that see, so much as your elven ears that hear. Can only be considered to be some of the best singing you've ever heard. Coming from behind the bar, in the kitchen. It's a deep, melodious voice of a man just essentially humming away to himself as he sings a little tune to himself and to anyone else that happens to be there, whilst he's working happily away in the kitchen. It strikes you as almost unreal that someone of that level of singing quality would be working in the kitchen of a diner, although this is not an unusual diner.
I was about to say, this not a regular. Well, not that my character would know, but out of character, this is not a regular diner.
This is not a
Yeah,
regular diner.
But
Jock, is this...
but it's only Gargarex and that's it.
No, there are various characters sort of milling around in there. Gargarex is sat there next to a talking to a dimensional being who it's almost impossible to describe. The creature shifts between various dimensions and are just chatting. And he in fact turns to this creature and sort of nods over to Gary and goes, That's the hat. I'm sure of it. He's actually wearing it. And they carry on with their devouring what looks like a fantastic hamburger. If you make your way to the seats, Jock will be at the bar ordering a bunch of said hamburgers for you.
Neat.
Excellent.
Is there anything anybody else wants to do?
Alistair is going to be very, very attentively keeping an eye on Gargarex.
Okay.
But aside from that, he's just going to be keeping quiet.
I think Darrow is going to compliment Gargarex's attire in return.
Okay. Gargarex will strike up a conversation. I'm not going to carry on with the demon speak because it'll ruin my throat if I keep on going at you.
What are you talking about? Please continue with it.
I'm thankful that you won't, because the only way it would be acceptable is if you played E1M1 while you're doing it.
He mentions that were you the chaps that I ran into at the chateau a little while back?
Did we
Daryl,
not
look him up
slay
on-
you?
Well, yes, it was a good fight. I rather enjoyed it.
Was indeed.
You must realize you can't actually kill demons, you just send us back, and, I was on my way back and thought, you know what, it's been a while since I've been to Tom's Diner, and, I haven't been there for a while, so I thought I'd go and grab a burger before popping back home. Got a party to arrange on Friday. Thought I'd grab a burger.
Out of character shame if nobody will attend that party.
Oh, I know, sometimes people
Out of
don't
character.
seem to...
Out of character.
Hopefully they'll attend this time. People keep on just not turning up. It's rather annoying. But, these things can't be helped. I understand what's going off. Some bastards put a portal outside my house. They think I don't know, but I'll find them.
What keeps happening?
Well, I invite people to come over to my house, and they're on their way, and suddenly, whoomp! Off they go, back to the mortal realm, and God knows what happens to them.
Funny that you should mention it, because I believe I'm not sure, but I believe a few imps have been mentioning Gargorex, although I would not understand the rest of what they're talking about.
Yes, I'm assuming you're using magic in the mortal realm, and every time somebody uses magic off they go, poing, outside of my house. Some sort of practical joke, I'm assuming. I'll find whoever set the portal up.
This portal transports them from your world to the world that we reside in. Then would it also work the other way?
Would you want to travel? You want to send yourself to the infernal pit? I mean...
Well, it sounds like you throw a good party. Perhaps we could visit sometime.
Well, I mean, I'm sure we could possibly work something out. You'd need someone that's capable of setting up portal spells. But if you wanted to send mortals to the infernal pit, I'm sure my friends and I would love that. It'd be fantastic.
I'm sure that if we were to attend one of your parties, we would be the entertainment rather than the entertained.
I think we would be the barbecue.
Entertainment, snacks, you name it, maybe a drink or two. And he grins a rather toothy grin. But let's stay friendly in here. There's a certain set of rules that nobody breaks around here. Everyone's friends in Tom's Diner. Unless, of course, you decide to feed the Tarrasque, in which case, well, there's no helping you then.
Yeah, we've been told not to get near it.
Even you could try getting there. It is quite the weird occurrence. There it is, knee-high to a grasshopper, cute little thing. You take a step next to it, and suddenly there it is, the size of a city, looking down at you and going, you look tasty. Non-Euclidean space and all of that. This place is kind of strange to the uninitiated. You should try it out, by all means.
Is Euclid?
Well, what is that?
Well, it means that not everything is the same size and shape as it might appear.
Ah.
See that bottle over there on the dining on the bar?
Yeah.
300 gallons. Each one of them never needed to be refilled in its entire history of existing. Mind you, that's because no one tries it. The sauces are absolutely hideous. Why would anyone want to spoil what was such a perfect burger with ketchup and mustard? Perfect the way they are. The king really is the king of burgers.
Who is the owner of this place?
Well, it's Tom, of course.
Is he a king?
No. The king is just the chap that works in the restaurant.
Oh, so he is not the owner.
No. He just likes to cook up the burgers.
Right. Is the owner here?
Tom hasn't been seen for quite a while now. He left his guard dog here to make sure no one got out of hand, and said it'd be a little while he had to nip off to see someone. It was about 1,000 years ago. Beg pardon?
Is that the Tarrasque?
Yes, Tiny.
I see.
Tiny the Tarrasque. Fitting. in a weird, sick, twisted way.
He used to have another one. It was called Fluffy, but no one took it seriously, and it kept on eating everyone. So he had to get rid of it. Threw it into the sun. It was the only safest way to get rid of the damn things. They are rather annoying when they get pissed off. Terrifying, in fact. Have a nasty habit of eating you and everything else around you. Remember hearing a story about one taking on a city and just charged down, knocked through the walls, and got itself stuck on the steeple of a church. Went straight through its arm, and it was stuck there for days.
Feisty little things.
Yeah, yes. I mean, destroyed the entire city, killed everyone. No, don't mess around with Tarrasque. So, fun creatures, though. You know, always fancied one as a pet myself, but Tom seems unwilling to let me know where he gets them from. Tame Tarrasque is well, something of a marvel. I'm sure he'll pop back in a millennia or two. Time's a funny place around here. A funny thing, indeed. And at that point, Jock appears at the table with a set of hamburgers.
I presume these are hamburgers of non-Euclidean size.
They are indeed hamburgers of non-Euclidean size.
So how big how big are each of these beef patties?
They-
Presumably to be measured in gigatons.
They are each the perfect size to fill the user up, essentially. You will be completely satisfied and not need to eat for several days. And it will give you a temporary +1 to strength and constitution for at least 24 hours.
Very impressive.
So is
Well,
this diner a part of your world then, John?
Sorry, you're speaking to Jock?
Yeah.
Part of my world? Hey, not exactly. I kind of stumbled across the place a little while ago. Yeah, we were conquering worlds and traveling between the stars and well, someone just one of my crew just kind of opened a door and fell through it. And
Is that how you got the help?
Yeah, we fell through the place quite by accident. It seems we'd been chosen. Of course, things didn't work out too well for Patrick. That was another Patrick, of course. He opened the door, fell through, I jumped in to help him, and he kind of freaked out and ran straight through another door, and well, I don't know what happened to him, but he seemed to scream, and have I mentioned the hall monitors?
You mentioned them before, but
I think
from the sound of it, I don't think I would like to meet them.
Yeah. Well, I think he did something to piss off the hall monitors. Went somewhere where he wasn't supposed to be. He didn't have a pass in those days, you see. And
Then how did you survive?
Well, that's a long story, you see. Patrick was eaten by about 1 million bunny rabbits the moment he went through the wrong door. I got to see it. Frightful thing it was. You ever seen someone eaten alive by bunnies?
Only in media.
Sea of bunnies. Thousands, millions of the little white fluffy fuckers. They just charged straight over him and each of them just took a bite. I screamed and writhed around for a good couple of seconds, but after that, that was fuck all left of him. So I kind of shut the door and came back into the hall. And
Yeah, good thing you did.
I was knocking around for a wee bit until I ran into someone, and he brought me to the diner. Thomas, his name was, not Tom. This guy was he was weird chap, white armor, wandering around with a dragon. He was, but he took kindly to me, and we got chatting, and we got to Tom's diner, and he had a word with a few people, and well, not too long after, we got me what we call a hall pass. Basically, once you know where it is and you know the rules, and you've proved yourself capable of looking after yourself and not ruining the space-time continuum for everyone else, at that point, you get the pass. Who knows, you guys might get a pass at some point, but long ways to go for you little fellas.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, get yourself a dragon to ride and fight off a few armies, conquer a few planets, maybe.
I was about to say if at that point, maybe, but to be honest, at this point, I just want to go home.
Perhaps we ought to make some first steps. What's this job you have for us? We've got to move some statues, yeah?
Aye, you do.
So, what's the first place that you're gonna bring us to?
Right.
How many statues, by the way?
There'll be 6 statues. I had 6 statues delivered recently to this chap, and he's asked me to deliver 6 more, just for whatever reason. The other ones, they seem to be working out for him. He wants some more. Sorry. You going? What you saying?
The other very important and pressing question may alter your answer to this one. 6 statues is something I'm pretty sure you could get easy enough work to lift with the people here. I mean, you could probably carry those yourself. I mean, in one hand by the looks of things. But
with a pinky.
Where do we come in? Why us?
Aye, well, you see.
I believe I may be able to answer this.
Oh, okay, little fella. By all means, give it a crack.
I remember hearing stories, and someone mentioned a short time ago a Medusa.
Aye, he's got ears on him, this one. Good lad. Yes, Medusa's Island.
I see.
What is a Medusa?
Oh, that's
know the exact scenario.
Do you not? I can tell you. It's a sad old story. Back in the days before the wars happened in the heavens, it was back in the days of the Greek gods, and lovely
from
lass.
From what I've been reading in the libraries and stuff, would I know what a Medusa is? Just so I can do a quick roll in between the thing.
Jock will tell you.
Okay.
Medusa was a lovely lass. Beautiful she was. Fucking gorgeous. I mean, you'd take one look at her, and you'd be solid wood for a week.
And then you became rock hard.
Yeah. Anyway, aye, yes. Anyway, basically, as I understand it, she was a priestess of Athena, one of the Greek gods, and she's supposed to be celibate, not supposed to be giving it away to anyone at all, in fact. And they hear rumors. Apparently, she was kind of seduced by another of the gods, who basically took one look at her and went, "Oh, I'm having some of that." And
Was it Zeus? Out of
no,
character.
it was Poseidon, Zeus's brother,
Ah.
and did her right there in front of the statue of Athena. He did. Pissed Athena right off. Oh boy, she was angry, and well, she kind of couldn't really take it out on Poseidon, because gods and goddesses and all of that. It's you don't have a war between them. That bit comes later. But no, they this poor lass, she was cursed, sat on an island, and any man that looks at her, pretty much gets turned to stone. It's a sad old
Just the
tale.
men?
Pardon?
Just the men?
As far as I know, anyone that takes a look at her
Ah.
gets turned to stone. And her beauty was turned into, cracked skin, snakes for hair. I believe she's still a bit of a looker, if that's your kind of thing. But, yes, she lives there alone, and many men have tried to go and fight the foul beast she's become. And it's somewhere where adventurers go to get themselves turned into statues. And I happen to have a buyer for 6 more of these statues. So I need you guys to run on in there with a cart and horse and load up the statues whilst I keep a lookout.
Oh, okay. So I was about to ask, are you sending us alone to that island? But you're gonna, okay.
I'll keep a lookout for you, but she's a nasty bitch, this one. So if I can't be just loading things up myself, because I'll turn around, there she will be, and then poor old Jock's gonna have a right fucking fight on his hands. I mean, I could take her, but might go easier with a bit of help.
So, presumably, you will be acting as distraction whilst we acquire the statues.
I'll try, but what I will say is, if she does show her face, and she may not, she's not been seen for a while. But if she does show her face, you don't want to be looking at it. Run, hide, you might be able to fight her. I don't know how. Mirrors might be a good thing. Oh, I'm just sorting out a few bits and bobs. I think I might have something that can help us, but I'll be carrying that. You lot will be on the horse and cart, and we'll load it all up, and then take it over to Mike's place. Drop it off in his courtyard. I'll get paid. I'll give you your dues, and get you back to the bishop's house before you're even thinking about having another burger or something.
Well, to be fair, these burgers have been quite delicious.
Aye, Tom's diner can't be beat. Better than that fucking clown that does the other burgers. Oh, you won't know about him, but oof. Awful rancid things they are. Anyway. Have you done with your burgers?
Alistair is quite confused by all this.
I pat Alistair on the back. You'll get used to this.
I suspect that I may have to, given that I intend to travel to your realm.
You're not gonna have a choice.
He turns to Jock and says, "So, with your control over how precisely all of this place works, being able to guide us through to the correct, and he says the next part in quotes, doorway. Presumably, you will be able to guide us to a time where you believe this Medusa to be away from her lair.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know if I can guarantee it. But I've got an idea when. And yeah, I think you can find a place for us to pop in there and be in and out and away without too much hassle. But don't be going making too much noise, because there are rumors. People say, "Oh, this lad here, Perseus, he went and fucking did her and cut her head off and defeated the Titans with her." But there she was back again, and she doesn't leave her island. I don't rightly know if she can actually be killed. So she always seems to be there, and if we go to a time when she wasn't there, there won't be any statues. If you catch my meaning.
Right. Yeah, and we do need you needed specific statues, right?
I need specific statues.
Then it sounds like we don't have too much choice of when to go there.
I know when and where we're going. Aye.
Well, you're the boss, so I think we're mostly finished with our burgers.
Yeah, Alistair has been eating his. At the start, he was trying to eat it civilized and conservatively, with a knife and fork and such. But he quickly abandoned that when he realized just how nice the burger is.
It's so good, and it's that meat. It doesn't even move out of the way. It doesn't slide away from the bread or anything. It just stays perfect. In real life, I'm just right now getting a water in my mouth because of how supposedly good this burger is supposed to be.
It's like he uses the freshest salad. He's got a butter brioche bun, and just the right cheese in there, and a pickle and relish that's. It just bites just right, don't you think? Fantastic burgers. Anyway,
require one of those hall passes.
He waves over to Gargarex. Gargarex, good to see you, buddy. Party at yours on Friday, is it? Gargarex sort of, "Oh, yeah, Jock, how's it going? You're not really invited, I'm afraid." Are you going to gate crash again? And, right, basically slaps Gara on the back and goes, "Come on then, young lad. You ready?" Ez? Alright, he's not there.
You're muted.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I think I'm more tired than I thought I was. What's up?
No doubt.
Yeah, you weren't listening. Okay. Jock has just slapped you on the back and sort of asked you if you finished your burger and are you ready to get going?
Sure. I guess, unless that causes me to choke on it or something. Yeah, I guess I'm ready.
I mean, he could probably knock you straight across the table if he wants to, but he does know his own strength. He's not going to.
Non-Euclidean works both ways.
Yes,
I guess.
quite.
Non-Euclidean slap.
Indeed.
Luckily, I get the impression that he has already come to a conclusion that any amount of strength when handling Alistair is too much strength.
No, the only one he's going to slap on the shoulders will be either Grace or Garrow, because everybody else he's likely to knock them straight out of their shoes, and he knows that. Right, be careful, Tiny. Don't throw him any food. Let's fuck off and go and get this.
Trig, was there some talk about adventure or something?
Yeah, we're going now.
Something about whether we're going home or whether we're going to have an adventure. I'm sorry.
Have you
No.
been around for the last half an hour?
Sleep.
I mean,
I may have briefly nodded off. Like I am a lot more tired than I thought I was.
oh, I'm sorry. I will try to be more exciting. I'm. Is there something you want to say? Is there was have I missed something or what?
Well, I mean, if there were options for adventure, definitely keen to go and experience the adventures.
Good, great lad. Well, you're here for a job. We're going to Medusa's Island. Have you? Oh, also, by the way, seeing as you nodded off, the burger you've just been handed has added 1 to your strength and constitution for the say for this mission.
For the whole
Grand.
mission, cool. Then I'll just add it into the character sheet.
Just add it to the character
I
sheet
recommend
and take it
before
off.
adding it to the character sheet, take down what the value was originally and note it somewhere on your character sheet.
Yeah.
Don't want to go losing track of that.
Indeed.
By the way, what's happening with CD during all of this?
I think it's probably safest that CD be staying back with the bishop and helping him out, with whatever there. If we leave him in the diner, he'll just go and pet the Tarask, and then the next thing we'll find is that when we see him, he'll want to be able to teleport or transform into one.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah,
Or he'll have been eaten
sounds
by
about
it.
right for Chase.
I've
Can you
seen the
blame him?
Tarask. Can I change into Tarask now? No, you need to be level 90 to do that. Sorry.
Can you blame him though?
I mean, it's worth it.
Can
It's
you-
worth asking, isn't it?
Funny thing is, Tarask isn't considered a beast, so therefore, at no level would he be able to transform into it.
I mean,
He could be level 1000 and he wouldn't be able to transform into it.
is it not considered? I mean, it's horrifying. Have
believe
you
it's
looked into its attacks? Tarasks are
I have.
horrendous.
It has I believe it has immunity to damage.
It has basically immunity to that damage, and one of its attacks is basically bite/swallow, where it eats you, and then you start taking about 50 acid damage per turn as it digests you.
Oh
James,
wow, really? That's it?
You spelled the
There was a
rest
time-
wrong. Huh.
There was a time when the Tarask had a more powerful version of that ability, wherein if it ate and swallowed you, you ceased to exist.
Oh. It's
Oh.
not as bad as you say. It's not as bad as you say. By the way, Trig.
What?
It's just immunities from non-magical attacks.
Yeah. Yes.
So it's not completely unkillable. It's just mostly
Yeah,
unkillable.
it's just mostly unkillable.
Yeah. The thing about Tarask is even if you get down to 0 hit points, unless you have a wish handy, you'll just get back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
F.
I mean, if you really want to pick a fight with it, go ahead. I'm not going to back you up.
Yeah. Don't-
I
don't
think I was
feed
one of the first to
Tarask.
say that I'm staying away from that thing as far as possible if I can help.
I mean, in theory, you could lead it to a place where it's not supposed to be and see if you can get the whole monitor to deal with it.
A sun.
Actually, a Tarask being attacked by an infinite number of bunnies would be a very, very weird sight to behold.
The unstoppable force versus the immovable object.
Essentially.
I think
I had a
we're
campaign
ready,
where we
right?
had
Or-
to. I had a campaign where we had to kill a Tarask once, and we ended up looking through it and doing all of our research, and found out that it was immune to everything except drowning.
Now the real question.
Literally,
is, can
just
it
put
swim?
up full water force around it, and then cast summon water to just drown it in a swimming pool.
How can you drown in an inch of water?
Ah. Right. So after you've had your burgers, you've all got your constitution and strength buff. No one has been eaten by the Tarask, and
Yeah.
Garrow has managed to have a cute little sort of dialogue briefly with Gargarax. You are led out into the hall, down an imperceptible amount of stairs, past an unknowable number of doors. At which point suddenly Jock went, right, hold up here. I think it's this one, and just pushes the wall, and a door opens. Slides back, and in front of you is
Blacks. I
And
mean, a black screen.
you might as
never
well
mind.
scroll down. It is down at the bottom. A flight of stairs. There is as you walk through the doorway, you look back and there's a rather nice arched door, wooden doors that you're passing through. And if you look around the edge of it, there is nothing there. And if you actually were to walk around the side of the door, you would be able. The door wouldn't exist from any other angle other than the one you're walking out from. And it leads straight onto a stone staircase that leads up to what looks like a very beautiful fountain. To the left and to the right of you are long Greek island shoreline. If you want to pop your icons up onto that.
Would we be here at the fountain?
You
At
would
the
be
stair?
there at the fountain, and at the fountain you would also find that there is a... Where the hell have I put the cart? There's a cart around here somewhere. You know what? Let's go for the classic. Oh no, there it is. I knew I had a cart somewhere.
I'll go downstairs to grab a snack. I'll be back in a second.
Cool. That is a very short, stumpy cart. Let's sort this out. Can't believe I've been crap and not done this beforehand. But who knew? What is he? Weirdly stretched hole.
I have returned.
There we go.
Nice horse.
Nice horse.
Oh, no.
Nice
Oh
cart.
no, the horse got a stick up its ass.
And the horse has indeed been impaled rectally by a cart.
Oh no.
What has been seen cannot be unseen. You're welcome.
And oops, I'll not have Jock in gigantic form just yet. Jock stands there in front of you and goes, right, they're basically just up ahead. There's 4 of them on a bridge. In fact, what I'll do is I'll just mark the ones you need.
Are you sure that you'll be able to identify the correct ones?
I am pretty sure. There's one that's an old brass statue. There's a giant barbarian lass. There's a rather sneaky looking, clever sort. But as far as I know, it's essentially the 4 that's on the bridge and the 2 on either side of it. And he sort of points to
that's not too far.
Yep, no, not too far. They are a little on the heavy side, of course. So it's you're gonna need to.
Would it be a good idea to maybe turn around the cart? Oh wait, no. Never mind. The horse.
Oops. You want the horse and cart the other way around?
No. It would be easier to load them in like that, but we could just do that when. No, thank you for turning me upside down.
Okay, my pleasure.
Yeah.
Yes, the horse and cart can sit that way around.
Yeah, for like we can just say that we move up with the horse and then it's just there and then we load it in. And...
There is unfortunately a set of stairs.
Yeah, that's why I said maybe after we've gone past the set of stairs.
Now the set of stairs goes up, and the two that's on either side of the set of stairs are actually a lot lower. So you're gonna need to work out how to get these things. They're man-sized statues of warriors. They're heavy.
So is this like on a level below?
Yes.
Okay. So there's
so let's say
steps
that we're
going
on the
down
base
here.
level. This is up.
Yep.
This is even further up.
That is even further up. Yes.
Okay, so we're going to need to go like round here to get these ones and then bring them back.
That's right. Yes.
I guess we should probably make a start. I'm going to start moving on over to grab this first one.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not very strong, but
Okay. What I'm going to ask you to do, I'm not doing turn. I'm not exactly doing turn order, and so on. But I am going to have.
shall we just roll for stuff?
I've got a kind of timer thing going off on this one because obviously we know what's going to happen or what might happen, depending on certain things. And
before anything else happens, can we backtrack for a moment to do a discussing of a plan of action just prior to coming through the doorway?
I think you can, until you've actually touched a statue. I'm not going to set a timer off. But so by all means, at this point where you are at the present moment, get yourself ready and discuss how you're going to do it.
Garrow, how many
Yeah?
levitate spells do you have?
To be honest, I don't know. I've never exhausted them, to be perfectly honest with you.
That would be a definite help.
I was actually wondering, do we still have that rope we used when we were dealing with that strange tree? Yeah, these things are quite far down from the path. It might help to pull it up.
Bag of hallucinogenic leaves, perfume, essence of spring, cloak. No, I don't have any rope.
Oh, that's actually a good point. Trig,
Yes.
these stairs, like the set of stairs that Jock is currently standing on,
Yes,
are they going up or down?
they're going up.
Right.
So
Yeah, they point down.
yeah,
How they're
these
made,
steps go up.
they're pointing
They,
down.
So I'm-
they do and they don't. They could be. It's an optical illusion.
I'm suggesting
it's
Okay,
it's
so-
however the DM wants them to be. Fuck you.
Exactly. Exactly.
I am
So basically-
suggesting that I go and grab number 1. If Garrow goes over here and grabs number 2, then we can tackle how we're going to deal with these guys on the bridge. Maybe we can pass them down to people down here and ferry them across. Make it easier.
I would ask a question. Is Grace capable of picking up something that is the same size as her, but 4 times the mass?
Let's just say that we decided on she is not able to carry the organ gun.
I thought we
Grace
decided that
has-
she could pick it up.
Which one of
You
these
know
is
what?
the shield?
If I'm walking slowly, like 20 feet per round, I can carry about 400 pounds.
Ooh, okay, that's not far off actually.
Is there any way for us to get the cart closer? Because I have a feeling that those things are pillars. And I've also got a feeling that it's going to be a difficult thing to get the cart up the stairway.
Guys, who has the bag of holding?
What bag of holding?
I don't think we have a bag. of holding.
We gave it back to the guy after we completed the tree mission.
No. That was an extra one. But I don't think we ever had a regular one. And if we did, it's probably Gunnar.
You guys definitely had a bag of holding, but
If we had one, it was on Marsh.
Yeah, it's probably Marsh.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. I was going to suggest putting the child into the bag of holding.
Of course you would.
What
There
child?
is no child.
Oh, is there not?
No.
Hmm.
There has
I can
already been
carry.
6 stone statues delivered to Michael's residence.
I think
another 6.
I think he's insinuating that these are the reserve character sheets.
That is exactly what I'm insinuating, because if you
Wait,
guys
what
break
are
one
these
of these
made of?
guys now, I'm going to have to retroactively delete a character.
I just wanted, if we saw it, to comment on a specific one that he looks very snobby.
Okay, I can drag.
I'll let you decide which one that is.
I can drag 420.
This one doesn't look like he doesn't look like he would work well in a team.
Okay.
This one just screams, "I hate teamwork."
A petrified character weighs 10 times their normal weight according to D&D rules. So,
What are they made of?
these are petrified, these are stone.
What kind of stone?
Granite filled with lead.
Okay, so very heavy, but not very brittle. Could we carefully roll one?
No, because they are awkward shapes and sizes. They have heads, arms,
Okay.
legs, etc. If you break one, you break it, you bought it.
Okay, if Garrow assists me, can we, with our 17 strength, and how much is Garrow?
Strength. It's
Look,
19
I'm just gonna suggest using the
Carry it
levitate
between
spell.
us.
The levitate spell is literally him picking stuff up and throwing it. You know that's right.
Oh,
You know, levitate has a limit on how much it can lift,
No,
and I don't think it can
no.
lift 400 pounds.
No, Trig, because he actually used levitate on CD.
Are you not aware of the fact that that was a joke?
Well,
Theo, let me
yeah,
just break this down for you. Like 90% of Garrow's spells are not actually spells; they're him doing Garrow things.
look, I knew that part, but I really thought that he was levitating Chase a CD and then pushing him towards the hag.
No, he picked him up and threw her.
Never mind.
Yeah. I mean, if you want him to do it with one of these statues, I mean, Jock might get a bit pissed off if you tell him to do that.
Tell you what, you can do that with the one that looks like a miniature version of the Colossus of Rhodes.
I think we're gonna do it with the Bubarian.
I'm right. Can Garrow and I carry a statue between us? With 19 strength,
Right.
Garrow is stronger than I am, and I can drag 425.
Would it not be simpler just to take some of the planks of wood off the cart, lift the statue at one corner and then settle it onto the plank and then drag the plank along the ground?
It's a good idea.
I mean, that's what I do when I need to move a dishwasher.
Very good idea.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Well, Alistair has a method of being able to help with some of this.
Okay. If it involves
Alistair
creating some
will-
sort. Go on.
I'll still step over to Grigori and say, remember during the Battle of the Fortress, I was able to step towards you in the blink of an eye.
Can you do that with other things as well?
I can carry things. beings, and it is
Ah.
not limited by weight,
Interesting.
by size.
Huh. How far? What's the distance on that?
Alistair just takes a couple of steps up the stairs, takes a peek at the statues, steps back down again, and says, "Much further from there to the cart.
And
Though I
how
can
many times?
only do this twice."
Okay, that may be the case that we should probably take the ones furthest at the back then.
Ginger.
Indeed.
I can also do that once. Only mine is slightly shorter, and I don't know if I can carry anything.
What your ones? Yes?
I want to know, does Alistair have any spells like the spell Grease, for example? Anything that might make soapy liquid, slippery material? Because it would help moving stuff if we're dragging it.
Unfortunately, no. The only two spells that Alistair has which could potentially help here are he could potentially cast Fly on several of the party, or he could cast Dimension Door. And the use of Dimension Door is a spell that can be used to carry a passenger. And presumably, a statue could be a passenger.
Doesn't the passenger have to be willing? On Dimension Door?
Silence is consent.
Yeah.
How does
Sorry,
Fly
Dementia
work with
Door
a
or
statue?
Dimensia Door?
Wait, never mind. I've just read something very, very important here. Allow me to read from the description of Dimension Door. You can bring along objects as long as their weight doesn't exceed what you can carry.
Yeah.
All right,
So
Can-
that's
a question.
Plan. Throw it out the window.
Question
Can I
for that
try-
plan. Does that
can I try-
apply to the person you're taking with? Like, if that person can carry the statue, can they still take it?
If Alistair was the Dimension Door to transport Garrow, then Garrow wouldn't be able to pick up the statue.
No.
Okay.
This spell that I just put in the chat.
Misty Step, yes.
Yeah, the Misty Step we've used before with the tree to
did?
get up there, and I was teleported up there by Gunner, and then I used Misty Step to get myself back again, and I carried some of the stuff with me. Would by that logic, me holding one of the statues and using Misty Step also take it with me?
I'm just going to have a quick look on this. This is not the first time something like this has been
Attempted.
discussed as well. Yes, there was some sort of discussion of can I walk up to Jock, put my hand on his gun, and then Misty Step away and nick the gun from him.
I did not ask that.
No, you didn't.
That was asked for me.
Yes.
Can I get a plank of this cart to start working on Ez's plan?
You know what?
I would like to assist.
Do you want to take the sides off it or the base of it, the pieces?
We'll take what looks like it's a good wide plank.
But basically, there are 2 foot at least high sides to the cart, going around both sides and the front of it. There is also a bench on the front of it, and then
I'd
there's
say take
a
the
solid
bench.
base.
Let's take the bench. Yeah, take the bench.
Okay. If you have a crowbar, or to be honest, you've got dirty
Got
great
a
swords
sword.
and various things. I'm sure you'll be able to dismantle the cart in some way as to not completely and utterly obliterate it.
I've got a crowbar. I think that's in the burglar's pack.
It's also in Explorer's pack as well.
Okay. Then
And
most
then presumably I can put a hole in one end of this plank and tie a rope through it so multiple of us can pull, and the others can keep the statue balanced. so it
Do you
doesn't
think
topple and shatter.
Do you think given we're on a time limit, do you think it would be wise to try and set up 2 of these at once, and 2 of us do one, 2 do the other?
I think it's probably better to do the job properly than to smash them all.
Yeah, I think we should do it all on one statue because you guys have any amount of strength.
Yeah, I was going to say
Alistair and I.
you've got 2 strong characters and 2 slightly more, shall we say, cerebral characters.
Like, if this were an office environment, you guys would be working your ass off. We would be in the office.
I don't know about that. I think you guys would be decapitated and we would be sat on a pile of money.
Sipping wine. Maybe sharing a burger with Gargorax again.
Right, with regards
Anyway,
Misty Step, if you can't carry it, you can't Misty Step with it, is the rule I'm going to go with, which seems to be what various people on various other forums have come up with. But you have to be in possession of the thing for you to do that.
Right.
Here's a question. Trig,
Yes.
is a petrified person considered cursed?
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of a curse. Let's
Specifically for the use of remove curse. It does say one creature or object. I'm pretty sure a person turned statue counts as at least one of those.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm presuming you've also got Dispel Magic, right?
Actually, no.
Oh, okay. Well, I do. Has anyone also noticed that we appear to be surrounded by a pair of ovaries entering a womb?
No, I haven't.
Now that you mention it, yes.
Right, okay, it doesn't. As far as remove curse versus petrification, D&D and beyond is this is being discussed. Can remove curse restore someone petrified by a basilisk or some other similar effect? No, you're going to need stone to flesh.
Grace of restoration.
Oh,
You know, Trey, out of all the text that you're gonna put on this video, I didn't know that cervical penetration was gonna be one.
Well, you know, I mean, there's 4 of you and a gigantic Scot and a horse in there all at the same time. So, damn.
Wait, is this place for that called Patrick?
Is this Patrick Island?
This is not Patrick Island.
I mean, Jock fits on the island, so.
I mean, true.
Alright, so do we have a game plan? What are we gonna do?
I mean, we're going with your plan. I think.
Right. I did have another idea that might help.
Huh?
I don't know anything about how petrification works, but if a petrified figure is holding a giant shield, say, if we just chip the shield off and just leave a little bit of the shield around their hand, is it still a viable statue?
You're
wanting
to nick the stone shield from one.
Don't want to nick it, just want to chip away the shield so the statue weighs less.
What's the important one that?
I mean, yes, the statue is still viable. The human that was is still a person. If you break the sword, for example, yes, that is still a person there. It's just his sword that is broken. You will run the risk of causing shock and damage to the statue. It might break off his hand. Depending on how lucky you are, I will make you roll for it.
If only we had a knife that could cut it perfectly.
We've also been told that we have a limited amount of time here.
Yeah, we have a limited amount of time from the time where we touch one of the statues.
Yeah, I basically said it's the moment you get to the statues, I'm going to start a timer. But don't spend all night discussing on whether or not you can put a statue on a piece of plank of wood and drag it.
I've got a plan. And that plan involves giving Grace, Jock, and Garrow access to the ability to fly for 10 minutes, during which point, presumably, the flight would negate the need to drag objects, and they can just simply, haul them through the air.
Can you cast it on the statues directly?
Yes. However,
That would be simpler.
I'm pretty sure that a statue doesn't have a movement speed in the first place.
Mhm.
Doesn't matter. If it's just hovering, then any of us
Hang
can
on,
push
no,
it.
no. If a
It's
pigeon,
flight, not levitation.
okay, yeah, a pigeon can fly, right? If the pigeon does not wish to fly because it has been, say, for example, turned to stone, when you pick it up, does it still have weight?
Yes. If you pick it up, does it hover?
Yes.
No, it falls to the ground and smashes if you let go.
Correct. So the flight would be cast on the big, strong people in the party, and then they would have to do the rest of the work.
What spell are you
With
using
the
for that?
main benefit. Fly. I'll post it.
Oh, I can look at it. Okay, let's. Running trigger, 58 fun spells.
Well, yeah, flying speed of 60. Would it count as difficult terrain with a thing that's still 30 feet?
I mean, I'm currently going through the argument of whether or not a swallow can carry a coconut.
African or European?
Precisely. And you know, can a flying paladin carry a statue? Is just a scaled up version.
But if a swallow cannot carry a coconut, can two swallows if you tie it between them?
Precisely. This is. I'm literally having this discussion in my head at the present moment.
Do we have any rope?
Monkey with
Okay,
silver.
well let me just argue through this and give you my view on the situation, and you can then DM rule one way or the other. Magical flight doesn't rely on a creature's strength to propel them into the air, which suggests that it doesn't matter how heavy the target is, they will always be able to fly. If you then cast flight onto a target that is carrying a very heavy object, presumably the weight of that object would not impede their ability to fly.
I mean, I will point out here and now that we have just spent the past pretty much exactly an hour discussing how we are going to pick up this statue instead of Ez and I just carrying it between us.
I mean,
on,
I
I
carried
just
on
had an
one.
idea,
What I'm going to
guys.
say
We
is,
nothing.
okay, right. What I'm going to say is the statues weigh 10 times what a normal human being weighs. They are large warriors, so they are coming close to a normal large warrior weighs around about, say, 200 pounds.
Grace, what do you weigh?
Wow,
You don't
what a
ask a woman
question.
that.
Right, well, I'm going to go make myself some tea now and
guys,
remove myself from the argumentation.
Does Theo still have speed of force?
Right, now answer my questions that I'm asking you. Yeah? How much does Garrow weigh?
I don't know. How do I work that out?
It should be on your character sheet.
Probably didn't fill it in. And no, I don't. You don't. The only one that still has a bead is CD.
Okay. If
God damn it.
if I say a 15 stone person, which is not that gigantic to be honest, would be 140 plus 170 would be 210 pounds. If that 15 stone person were to be weighing 10 times more than that, that would be
150 stone.
150 stone. Yeah.
I mean, that's not rocket science.
Exactly. If you can fly and I give you full carrying capability, can you pick up 150 stone?
What is 4 carrying capability?
Carrying capability is probably 200 pounds, give or take, per character. Yes?
It's 15 times your strength modifier. Sorry, 15 times your strength
So
score. So
what's Grace's?
if you've got 10 strength, Grace can carry 270 before she's overburdened.
270. Let's say the Grace. You right? I'm sorry. Right. If between you, all four of you could carry 300. Yeah.
Let's just say that all of that one statue weighs about a ton.
Yeah.
It's slightly under a ton.
Yeah, Grace can carry 255 without being overburdened, and can carry double that at a drag.
255 what?
Pounds.
So that's 500 that I can drag.
Why do you Englishmen keep counting everything in bananas and apples?
No, we're counting it in pounds because that's what it's counted in.
Yeah, let's
D&D.
Why do you mention stone then, Trig?
Because a stone is 14 pounds.
You people with your banana measurements.
It's easy. It's 10 stone is 140 pounds. Therefore, 15 stone is 210. So basically, what you're saying is that that's 30 stone. All four of you, even if you all had 300 pounds, 500 pounds, you let me cut to the chase. The dragging it on planks, by far the best option. You're flying
which is
not
why-
going to work.
Which is why I have prepared a plank with a rope in it so that we can all pull.
Yes.
And with one or two people, with
Pushing.
one person maybe keeping it upright so that it doesn't fall
Does
over.
it have to be upright if we put it down very gently on the plank?
I
easier
don't mind
to
with that.
move
If you can move it down gently, very very carefully, you should be able to. Keeping it upright is going to be, well, putting it down will run risks. Sliding it, if it falls over and breaks, you've broken somebody.
It's probably, if we keep it upright, a person with weaker strength can probably more easily keep it upright than.
There we go. Yes, thank God. Right. Yes. So two pack mules drag the thing. Two people that aren't so strong but can probably support it. Support it is probably your best bet.
Yeah. There's not much that we can do otherwise here.
The slight variation to Wes's plan that I mentioned like 35 minutes ago. Got it.
Yes.
I mean, if you want to immediately do everything, you can just play on your own, Kiki.
No, it was worth. You know what? I've enjoyed the working out whether or not you can and can't do stuff. They're going to be too heavy, unfortunately. The fly was a nice idea, though.
Right.
But if there were 6 of you, you might be getting somewhere.
Yeah, and if there also was like an extra 7th a robot dog thingamajig.
Yeah.
But
I mean, if CD was here with his bead of force, the 4 all next to each other would be basically weightless.
I mean, the you know what? I'm DM. I shouldn't give you too much hints.
Don't give us a hint. It's
But
fine.
look around. Dismantle the cart. Certainly is a good idea. Rollers might be if you can find them. But anyway,
I'm gonna look for some sturdy wood that we can use as rollers.
There's some
I think I found some sturdy wood over here.
Yeah,
Can you see
those
it?
are all planks.
Can you see
Those
it?
don't really
Can you
roll
see it?
well. Have you ever seen a
No,
plank
I mean,
roll?
no part of a cart rolls. Shall we roll athletics and start dragging things?
I think that's a great idea.
Why
Can
are
I?
you mentioning, oh yeah, look for a thing. Then I want to look for a thing, and it's like, yeah,
All
why
right,
would you look
roll
for a thing? It's
investigation.
already there. Oh wait, it doesn't exist.
Theo, roll for it.
You know what? Everyone else had a chance.
What can I
I'm
roll?
gonna.
What should I roll for it?
Investigation, I would say. It's up to Trig, though.
24.
I'm,
24. You notice that there's some big stone pillars that have fallen over on their sides that are cylindrical. That might be usable as things like that. There are various other bits and bobs. There are unfortunately no trees around. But certainly, if you were to put a plank on top of a bunch of rollers, and you could probably roll it and then move one of the rollers round, and use a technique there that would.
How big are the pillars?
They're fairly chunky. They're these things over here. I'm
I
going to
Yeah,
allow
those
you
are
to.
not. Those are pillar. Those are not going to be. We won't.
I have a relatively stupid and potentially helpful question.
Go on.
Can I summon a celestial wheelbarrow?
Yeah. Sack barrow would probably be better, but yes, you, yeah.
I will summon a celestial sack barrow.
For example, a fiendish SUV might be.
I
jet
saw
like
that as
what?
well.
I'm so.
Can we
I'm
summon a
sorry.
fiendish
Can,
SUV?
can I just read through that quickly?
Okay, you guys know what a sack barrow is, right?
No.
Okay, hold on. I'll find you a picture. Well done, by the way. That was a remarkably silly and awesome question, and I'll allow it.
A non-military land vehicle of your choice.
I didn't even know that paladin's got this spell.
Yeah, me neither. I didn't know of the existence of this spell either.
I'd never seen her use it before. Why do you ride in a horse when you could summon SUVs at will?
I mean,
Because I don't
probably
know
got to do with the
SUVs
gas.
exist.
Yeah, she doesn't know they exist.
Okay, I'm going to put this in Yesrallaw Odyssey. This is a sack barrow. I'm going to assume it's going to be a bigger version of this.
Oh,
A more.
That's a trolley, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
that's
a sack barrow.
trolley.
We get sack barrow, trolley, dolly, various names for it. One of those, certainly.
If we get a big one, then we're set.
Fantastic.
Wait,
I shall.
could we get a JCB? That's not a military vehicle.
You do not know what a JCB looks like. I would imagine these
That's
things.
a forklift, isn't it?
This piece of trolley technology has been around forever. This is not new.
What about a crane? Made of wood,
Oh
but
dear
a
God.
crane, just
Yeah.
like the sort that
Okay,
Isengard
okay.
would
What
use.
about a cat?
I get to choose.
What about
I'm
a cat
summoning a
again?
sack barrow.
Right.
A big angelic sack barrow.
big
about
angelic
the
one.
caterpillar?
One that's got wings on it or something. They don't do anything. It's just decorated
Can
with
it
wings.
fly?
No,
it's
they
just
don't
glowing.
do anything. It just it's
It
just
just glows and sparkles.
just very pretty. Yeah, cool. I will allow that. How long does it last for? It lasts for
8 hours.
8 hours.
Is it able to move itself or something like? Is it sentient?
It's a sack barrow.
It's a fucking sack
Well, it's
barrow.
celestial. It's celestial. I mean,
Yes, it's the sack barrow that God uses when he wants to move his statues around. She's just nicked it for a bit. It's
Nice.
not
Take that.
sentient. Oh, is the
it's
sack
a
barrow
paladin.
sentient?
Paladins
No,
can summon talking horses.
no, it's not sentient. What would a sack barrow say? Oh, fucking hell, not another sack. Christ. Oh. There I was sitting there chatting to the fork and the spade and the rake. Funny one that rake is, and now I'm being used to move sacks around again. Cool, what a life it is in heaven.
It could have been cotton.
Can I summon? You know what? Can I summon a celestial rake? I want its opinion on God.
As far as
Wait, how many of these can you have at once?
Ah, shit.
One.
Right. Okay. You have found a how big would you like this sack barrow to be, and so on? Because Theo's just posted a very very large version of a sack barrow.
I want one that is big enough to carry up to 2 statues, potentially with some like shiny bands that can be used to secure it so it doesn't fall over.
Excellent. I don't see any problem with that whatsoever. It's going to take you 10 minutes to cast it. Is there any visual or any type of component required?
There are no. I mean, I have to speak a prayer. So I guess I go, "Oh God, this is so autistic. Please grant me a sack barrow," and
Yeah.
draw a circle on the floor.
Excellent. So no bangs, no loud crashes or anything like that. And after it's taken you 45 minutes or something of mumbling about, and are you going to rebuild your cart that you were busy dismantling? Actually,
Later,
yeah.
it's just the chair.
You make a large celestial sack barrow. It is white. It has little wings on it that fold out on the side that will keep anything that you've lifted onto it nicely secured on it. And there are some glowing golden bands that wrap around, attached to the wings on the side, that will secure anything that you are having in holding onto the sack barrow. It is certainly the most angelic and beautiful and celestial looking sack barrow anyone has ever seen. Jock looks on at it and goes, "Ah, finally some progress."
Right. I'm gonna shuffle over and start moving towards the statue with the sack barrow.
Excellent.
I'll join there. There's nothing more
Right.
to do.
Do move your 30 foot. Let's do sort of turn orders at this point in time. I'm not gonna, but don't take too long over it, because I'm going to start doing something now.
Would
Okay,
it be?
That's my 30 feet. Is anyone else moving?
Yeah. Would it be fair to say that we're gonna move the cart as close as possible?
The
I don't think
cart-
we can move it any
The
closer.
cart's
statue's in
kind
the
of
way.
stuck. I'm gonna basically allow you to get it next to the cart, and then it'll move over.
Yeah. Okay.
We don't need any more autism. If I have any more, I might turn homicidal.
I mean, you came with a logistical problem to us.
I did come with a logistical problem. I thought it might be fun to actually have a problem that didn't just involve hitting it with a large stick. And once again, I have realized the error of my ways.
Wait. Hang on. We can hit these with a large. Why didn't you say that in the first
No,
place?
it can't be fixed with hitting it with a large stick. Hitting it with a large stick
Yes,
breaks
we
them.
can.
And you right. The Tin Man will be the first to go. I promise you.
Is anyone
That's
going
all
to
we're good at.
assist me in loading number 1 onto the sack barrow?
You want help with number 1?
You're gonna need help with all of them.
No. Garrow?
Yeah. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What would be
I
the
can get that
easiest? One of either you or Garrow pushing it, or somehow stick it below it and then we push it to
I
onto it or
assume
something, or-
athletics. Would that be the right role?
and I guess Alistair and I are helping
Athletics
him.
is the strength-based one, isn't it? Yes.
No. Twist it towards me.
20.
Up a bit.
Lovely. Lovely. Yep, fine. You have no problem whatsoever in moving that onto the sack barrow.
Fantastic.
Okay, now
How
what do
far
we
can
do?
I wheel it on the sack barrow?
You know what the beautiful thing about a sack barrow is? It's on wheels. It's by and large pretty mobile. I'm going to allow you to have full movement.
Okay, I've just come back and I've seen the images of what a sack barrow is, and quite frankly, this is one of the most ridiculous circumstances I've ever imagined in my mind's eye for a D&D game.
Good. Happy,
I mean,
happy to help.
Trick put this on himself.
Mm-hmm.
He did this to
we
himself.
get by the cart. Do we roll athletics to offload it?
Yes, I would
sorry
like
to
you
cut
to.
you off there, Theo. We're on a timer though.
I would like you to roll athletics. The two of you will need
22.
22. Perfect. Yep. You have loaded.
Right.
You have loaded one.
Should we
Right,
say
let's
that?
go for this one now, Kiki.
Yep.
Should we say that Alistair?
All right. I'll wait for you to get your character over there, and then I'll roll strength.
I would also like you. Hold on a second. I would like you to. roll. I'd like you to all roll a stealth for me whilst you're doing this. This is just how noisy you're being whilst you're doing it.
I'm not being noisy at all.
You're moving stuff around.
Oh, excellent.
I mean, Alistair's noisier than Garrow, and he's just
Alistair's being
standing
rather
there.
noisy. Kiki's being quite noisy. Okay, good.
Ironically, I was about to say Alistair is just not really doing a whole lot to physically help, and is mostly just keeping watch to make sure that a Medusa doesn't suddenly pop out of nowhere.
Yeah, but he's doing it very loudly.
Does Grigori
Yeah,
have
but-
any spells for dampening sound?
No.
Because that would be useful.
What do you think?
Oh, no, okay, I take it back. There's no fires near here.
Apparently, as Alistair decides to keep watch, he also takes this as an opportunity to practice his Mongolian throat singing.
Yeah, or just snorts really, really
Right.
loudly.
Okay,
Can we
Alright.
can we load up number 2?
sure.
24. Does 24
24,
succeed?
you happily, very easily lead it onto the sack barrow. I'm going to
Alright.
give you advantage with all of these because Grace and you will be working together on this.
Okay. Offloading.
Offloading.
Is 13 good enough?
It doesn't matter. I told you you're getting advantage, so 25 is. And I would like you to roll a stealth check for me again.
A stealth check again.
Would it be
Gary dropped it on his toe.
Garrow, you have you've at some point dropped it on your toe, gone ow, fucking various words, etc.
would it be fair to say that that I help them and they get advantage on either the moving or the stealth?
It is really the stealth. All I'm doing is basically seeing how noisy you're being at this point in time. You sure you can give him advantage. He gets a 6. He still makes noise.
Right.
Maybe you
Given
can have him try an acrobat's roll to try and cover Garrow's mouth.
given this is a wholly angelic Zach Barrow, does it have those like triple wheel arrangements so that it can go up and down stairs properly?
Of course.
It you know what it does. It is quite an amazing. It almost seems to hover up and down stairs. It is a very, very good sack barrow.
It's
Sure.
just got little wings at the wheels.
Yeah. Right, I'm just going to put
Okay.
little circles on the cart to show that you have successfully moved 2 statues.
We are collecting grapes.
We.
You are.
21.
There you go.
21 is fine.
Okay. And let's go back. Excuse me, Grigori. You don't want to get run over by a
A
whatever this
literal
thing's called
ton
again.
of stone on a Zach Barrow.
what did you call it? A sack potato? No, a sack trolley?
Sack
Sack
barrow, sack
barrow.
trolley. Yeah, either will do.
Honestly, I've never heard it called that before.
Me neither.
Well,
But then
There you
again,
go, 20.
you guys measure in potatoes and bananas.
trust me, I did a fair amount of time working in warehouses. Sack barrow is perfectly common name for these things.
Right, 20 in
Okay,
stealth.
roll 20 on stealth. Grace, roll stealth.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Why have I closed my character sheet? Why have I not got a button for this? Because of this is why I don't have a button for it, because I've got disadvantage and +1.
Is it possible for Alistair and I to look out if we spot any or hear anything rather?
Yeah,
Yes, certainly.
that's what Alistair is doing.
Is Jock going to help us with this one since he's there?
No, Jock is keeping his eye out. In fact, he's not standing there. I have been remiss. He is standing there, and he is looking back to you guys, and looking forward, and looking concerned at the noise that has happened so far.
Are we loaded up?
That's 22.
22 is fine. Yeah, you're doing some solid athletics rolls.
And offloading 26.
Can I help them with their next round of stealth?
Sure.
How do you help us?
He
20,
stands
yeah.
he stands nearby and he goes shh every time we go ow ooh.
Right,
I mean, he could start a campfire near us. That might help with the stealth.
The way I'm picturing, the way I'm picturing Grigori helping with stealth is that he's basically just being like one of those Victorian nannies, just constantly correcting your posture. And, no, this is how you do this. No, do this. Do it this way.
I'm just sticking rags in their mouth. I'm just gagging them.
Are you actually doing that?
No.
So how
was
many
a
is that?
wise
Have you,
answer.
is that
That
three
was
or
number
four?
4.
That's
That
number
was
four.
Number 4.
Alistair's going to
I
stand
will
next to
roll
the
for
jock.
number 5.
Don't.
You know what? This is gonna the way this is gonna work out. You guys are gonna go, oh, you just fixed it, so X happened at X time. But it's gonna work out perfectly. Right. Okay. Number 5.
So
23. Is
Alistair,
that good enough?
23 is fine.
Alistair has stood next to Jock, and he's going to say in a hushed tone, "This creature requires direct line of sight to use its petrifying abilities, correct?"
Aye, it does, lad. It's a weird one actually. It requires you to look at it. Right. Okay. You've rolled 22 to get it back on the cart. Yes.
Yeah. So there's
And a
one
12
left.
for stealth.
Nice, Kiki.
And 12 for stealth. Oh, okay.
Right, that was number 5, so there's just one left.
Alright.
Well, Alistair just looks to Jock.
27.
27. Give me a second.
Should it make an appearance, I will obscure its vision with a great wall of fire.
It's not so much its vision. It's more if you look at it, laddie.
Well, we will not be able to see through the wall of flames ourselves. Whether we are concealed from it or it is concealed from us, I believe it should work.
I'm gonna hush to
At
them.
least buy us some time.
I'm gonna hush to them that the last one is being put on there right
That was
now.
a 16. I'm not sure if that was good enough.
No, it's not. You struggle to get it up, and it falls back onto the thing.
May I roll athletics to try and catch it?
You can.
Or can I roll
just falling
something
over.
to help push it over?
Yeah, can I see if I can
Wait a
assist?
second.
Yeah, I'll
Wait
assist
a
with the arrow.
second. Wait a second. Wait a second. I just need to work out something ever so quickly.
Oh no, I see it already popping up in the north. I mean, I don't see it because I'm not stone yet.
I want you to make a quick. Not a luck fucking roll. What would be the right roll? Where the hell is Garrow? There we are.
Garrow is basically holding onto a statue for dear life, facing towards the cart.
Is Grace near him? Grace, right? Okay, I want you
Yes.
to both roll an athletics check for me.
Is there anything I can do
I
since
already
I'm
have.
standing by
You rolled a
them?
26 this time. Okay,
Yeah,
Grace, roll one.
yeah. Sorry, character sheet loading. The athletics.
Right. Okay.
That's 2 4s. Damn.
I am just going to roll a D100 ever so quickly.
Is there anything I can roll to help?
No, I'm just going to see how much, what percentage of this thing has been broken by its fall.
It fell.
It fell, and
So my attempt to catch it was a 26. Was
you
useless.
required both you and Kiki to roll, and Kiki's roll was 11, which actually fits with the 61%.
Oh, I see. So whereas you managed to catch it, Kiki just does that thing where when you drop your phone and instead of catching it, you just bat it into a wall.
Yes, essentially
Oh.
with that roll, yes. It suffered rather a lot of damage. It's missing one of its arms. Its left
Is this
arm.
the Barbarian? Which statue was this?
Yeah, come there.
Please let it be the Barbarian.
It is unrecognizable, unfortunately.
Any of the other 5 left, are they the Barbarian?
You're going to have to get another statue.
You know what? There's one
Can we
right
take
here.
this one
Yeah,
right here?
There's two right there.
Those two won't do. What you're going to have to do is get... which one is it?
This one, this
Jock
one.
is basically going to look back exasperated and go, oh, hell, lads. Right. That one there. The big titty barbarian looking woman.
Oh, dang it.
Grab that.
Ah, so the Boobarian only exists because we dropped one.
Right, athletics roll.
And I would also
14.
like
I
you
think
to...
I just sorry. I think I just broke that one as well.
Grace, roll athletics, and Gara, roll athletics.
I'll help them.
26.
26. Grace.
That's
It's
acrobatics.
even worse than last
It's
time.
even worse than last time.
Oh, I did
damn
say
it,
I
Kiki.
would help
The first
them.
one was acrobatics. The second one was athletics.
Yeah.
So if you're going to take the first roll, it's technically a 9 plus 7.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay. You just knocked the head off it. For crying out loud.
I have to be back in like 10 minutes.
Panicking.
For crying out loud, there's only one left. I would like you to get that one over there and don't break any fucking more of them, he shouts. And I'd like you to roll initiative, please.
Remember to have your tokens selected, and Trig, remember to bring up the turn order.
Yes. Turn order.
I wish you'd said that 2 seconds earlier because I didn't have my character selected.
That's a shame.
Should I just roll it again?
Mm,
And then you can edit it to the first roll.
fine.
I'll edit it for you.
Or you could just let me have the 19.
There we are.
One second.
You know why he's thinking that whatever he's doing out. I just want to point out 10 good strength rolls in a row. I mean, I was bound to have 2 bad ones after that.
Yeah, he's just gotten tired as well.
Yeah, we've
What I would say is
just shifted.
this paladin over here who keeps flailing her arms every time something tips over. I mean,
Whew. Okay. Right. Well.
Yeah, I mean we have just shifted 6 tons.
should have gone with the plank dragging technique. Clearly,
I mean, I no, I don't think so. I think this is about as good as you're going to get.
oh, I know.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. No, Medusa gets 24.
Was that last roll for Jacques by chance?
That last roll was for Jock.
Wouldn't it be
indeed.
funny if Jock ended up being the one who gets petrified in this encounter? And then we're stuck because we don't have a hall pass.
that is a very real possibility
I mean,
here.
technically, we would still have a hall pass. It would just be stone, and things written in stone tend to be more strict.
Do we even know what it looks like?
Well, all I know is that if Jock gets if Jock gets petrified, then it's up to you two to carry him through the doors for us, so that the hall monitor can see his hall pass.
And to navigate it.
Right.
I wonder, Trig. You mentioned a few sessions ago, I doubt this will work, but if I were to whistle right now, would Binky turn up?
Binky is not alive yet. Binky is not capable. Binky is not Death's horse. In reality, in this situation.
Oh no, I thought it was more like Roach.
No, you cannot make Binky travel through the hall and reach you. Within reason, in medieval France, he's probably going to be lurking around nearby. He can respond to summons. He cannot travel through space and time. He is not Death's horse yet.
I think I need an upgrade.
You're gonna need more than that, laddie. Right,
Well, I must admit, it is quite inconvenient that Medusa literally goes first.
it is a little bit of a blow. Aye. I'm gonna just
Hang on a moment.
You know what? If you want to take 2 minutes to grab a drink, this would be an ideal time. Whilst I just quickly get this set up, because I thought I set it up and I haven't, because I'm a spaz, apparently.
Oh, excellent. God, you'd think you'd been busy all week.
I did set this up, but it.
Also, I have just spotted the message that Chase just spotted, posted into the chat. Am I right in thinking, Trig, that if CD had in fact summoned 4 apes to help us, that the apes would have had to have rolled in order to understand the meaning of pick up statue, move statue, don't break statue?
Yes, and we would have had far more broken statues.
I
Yes.
figured as much.
Would he have summoned 4 like armadillos and just had them roll up in balls and use those as rollers?
I think you'd have had 4 squished armadillos, but yeah, possibly. As you say,
Yeah, but squished armadillos are slippery, so that would have helped us dragging things.
Yeah, they're like the opposite of dime bars. Punchy on the
Yes.
outside, smooth on the inside.
Oh my
I
god!
actually
you're
showed
right.
someone that ad the other day. They were so bemused.
You are absolutely correct, right? Squished armadillos are slippery, and as a result, we don't need a wizard who can cast grease because anything squished is slippery. Which means that Garrow only needs a person as a material component, and he can cast grease whenever he likes.
Quite possibly.
I mean, theoretically, does the casting of grease involve giving yourself a gaping wound and lubricating the area with your blood?
I mean, you need a bit more than that. I would say lie down on the floor and get someone to drop a ton statue on you. That will definitely cast grease. Blood just isn't slippery enough, but add a few bits of sort of vital fluids and internal organs and bile and so on. It gets kind of squishy. I'm just going to make a cup of
coffee. The
coffee.
Trig has just confirmed to us that blood is not lube.
Blood is actually kind of sticky, especially when exposed to air. Has this tendency of solidifying when oxygen gets near it.
Sorry, Ez, what was that? Was that to me? I didn't hear it. I'm making coffee.
No, just talking about coagulation.
Ah.
Blood is definitely not a good material if you want to make things slippery in a oxygen-rich environment.
Yes, quite right.
I'm pretty sure it's not the oxygen that makes it coagulate, because otherwise lungs wouldn't work.
Lungs do not have blood in them unless you're in serious trouble. And it's not the hemoglobin that coagulates; it's the platelets. With help from plasma, of course.
I'm going to make you all sit back and listen to this episode afterwards, you know that? Because there's been more autism in this episode than I have experienced in quite a while. And I was DMing last night as well. Yeah, wonderful. Sorry.
Am I hearing Kiki in the background having a bit of a laughing moment?
Yes, we are having a bit of a giggle whilst making a quick cup of coffee.
Well, I hope she's laughing at both of us equally.
Oh yes, absolutely. I think there is yes. Blame is shared, shall we say?
Excellent.
Right.
So, is this fight going to start off with us all rolling perception checks, and if we roll a natural 20, we're instantly turned to stone?
It is there are plenty of laws and rules on with regards Medusa. I have got it all set up. The account is the creature is created. It is not a matter of you see it and then I'll turn to stone, but there is a certain Constitution saving throw.
Back, what did I miss?
Oh my god, sorry, I was making a tasty
You missed a
snack.
huge amount of autism. Be glad.
I may am buying a new pair of glasses, and I brought a few glasses home with me, and now suddenly was the best opportunity to check out which looked better.
Ah.
How many do you have?
I took 4 glasses with me.
You can recreate the Deal Wizard meme in real life.
The what wizard?
The Deal Wizard meme. You know, where he keeps putting more glasses on his face?
I have no idea what that is.
Really?
It's a really old meme, that one. But yes, deal
The
with it.
I only
Deal
know
Wizard?
memes.
No, deal with it meme.
Oh, deal with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
I know the
sunglasses.
deal with. They're not sunglasses. They're just regular glasses. But I heard deal wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Deal wizard. I thought, what kind of wizard is that? But you meant deal
Sorry,
wizard.
someone watching the game yesterday at Triggers Running apparently thought I had a Midland accent. So it's not surprising people can't understand what I'm saying.
What you were saying?
It's okay. You don't have a Midlands accent, and I'm from the Midlands, and I don't have a Midlands accent either. Most people seem to think I'm from down south. Down south. I don't know why.
Hey, Theo, I posted the thing for you.
Unfortunately, as you have been suffering from a great malady for the majority of your life, living in or around
Several.
London.
No, just being alive.
I have a feeling that was supposed to be a GIF. It's just an image.
Yeah, trust my luck.
So have we got 6 statues yet or not?
We are still yet to collect the 6th statue, and you've had to roll for initiative. Did you catch that bit?
No.
Then please.
Although somebody did roll for me, so I guess I did.
Okay. Unfortunately for you guys, Medusa rolled a natural 20 on their initiative, and is going to be starting first. So I'm just gonna, as is my way, Medusa gets a multi-attack, of course she does.
Just so you know, how much would my character at this point know about what is happening? Because I did just step away and I have no idea exactly what the situation is.
At the present moment, actually, where is your character? Where the fuck is your
it's
character?
next to Grace.
Is it? Oh yeah, there we are. Sorry, I was having temporary blindness for a second. I would say that you, Grace, and Garrow, well, the Grigori, Grace, and Garrow, don't have a fucking clue what's going off, but will be alerted somewhat to the sound of a bow streaking across, making a hell of a sound, and hitting for 24. On Jock.
Oh, that's nothing.
The second shot for 14. Does 14 hit
Alistair?
Ginge? Yeah.
Because
holy
14
shit.
is my armor class.
Then it hits. Holy shit.
Amazing, right?
Yeah, holy shit. You're going to have to take 13 damage piercing and 23 poison damage.
Ooh, delightful. And I don't have resistance to either of those. Right, let me just top that up. So it's 13 plus 23 plus 36. Nice! That immediately dropped into half health in a single hit. Below half health, even. Oh, yeah. Alistair's already
but a
a
flesh
living
wound.
thing.
Both Jock and Alistair have been hit pretty much straight in the back. Fortunately, they were turning around looking at the rest of the party. He says, desperately trying not to call them various other names other than party, and showing some exasperation at the amount of frankly very high level warriors that they've just killed, whilst trying to cart their stone turned bodies onto a barrow. You still have one left to move, and you're under attack. Grigori, it is your go. You have heard the yelps. You can't help but look towards them. You fortunately see both Jock and Alistair. You do not see what is behind them directly. Roll a perception check for me.
Do I have to?
Yes.
You rolled a 20. You sell Medusa. You turn into stone.
It's no. You have not seen Medusa.
Can I give him advantage? I'll help him with that.
I'll just say to my compatriots here that I think they found her. Do not look across the water, and whatever action is that they're gonna do, I will help them when they do it. There's not much I can do apart from just standing there. I'm too weak to push it over myself, but I can help.
Well,
I can help with catching it in case it.
we broke this
slides
one
off.
as well, didn't we?
Did
yes, you did.
Oh,
No, I think
which one
we
is
broke
next? Is it
this
one?
one. The last one on the bridge we broke. We broke this one, and then Jock told us to get this one. We
Okay.
haven't tried
You know
it yet.
what? You know what? It's circled. It's yeah. I'll let you try and put that one on a sack barrow and transport it over, if you like. You've only got a couple more left.
We can always make more.
Dig. Well, you might end up being one. Who knows?
This is the trick. If we want to get our characters into the next campaign, we just have to turn to stone and smash all the other statues.
I mean, damn.
And have someone left strong enough to actually move you as a statue.
Why am I getting a shitload of ticks all over the place?
I'm marking statues so that I know what's going on.
Right. Okay. Okay. So
This one broke, Kiki.
Grigori has moved. It is Alistair's turn. Alistair, you have just taken a poisoned arrow to the back.
Yep. And in response, Alistair is going to look to Jock. And, actually, no, he isn't going to look to Jock. He's going to initially move towards looking towards Jock and then remember, oh, yeah. He's going to snap his fingers and he's going to immediately summon a wall of fire.
Where are you summoning that wall of fire?
Well, first of all, let me just roll the effect and then post the description. It is going to be 60 feet long. And it is going to follow the approximate route that I do here. Yeah, like that. Could somebody draw that in?
You're
Yeah.
going to draw a big burning S.
Yes. Of opaque flames.
The wall is opaque and lasts for the duration. That duration is 1 minute.
Indeed.
Yeah, sorry, it's blue fire now. I guess it comes from a gas stove.
Are you doing that whilst you've got your back turned to the area, or are you looking in that area?
Note that at no point in the spell's description does it say that you have to see the location to cast the spell.
No, I
He's
know.
literally just snapping his fingers and without even looking behind him summons forth the fire.
Okay,
He's quite literally doing a cool guy doesn't look at explosions routine. And
fair
then
enough.
immediately looks back to Jock and says, I think it is time we left. And then proceeds to peg it like a pansy.
He meant, of course, the royal we.
It is Jock's turn. Jock can't see through the fire. Let's have a think about this.
You know, I think that's pretty clear.
20 foot tall, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Hold
20
on a
feet?
second. God, he's got so much fucking stuff. It's untrue.
Well, you made him. You
Yeah,
deal with it.
I know. It's so fucking horrendously powerful, isn't it? Right, well, he basically goes, "Hi, laddie, you go help him and don't fucking smash anymore." And he turns round.
As he's running away, Alistair will respond with what strength? That is your job.
Use your fucking head, man! And then he turns and
the
starts
English in the
firing.
Scots.
This is where we just immediately smash another statue.
Just out of spite. 5 is fine.
He is going to spin round and blind fire into the area where
He's gotta have a grenade or something, right?
No. He is going to be shooting with serious disadvantage. How do we do blind fire? It's an automatic weapon, so I'm assuming he can burst fire in a general direction.
I guess it would be just 3 times with the disadvantage.
I would argue, if I was DMing with this,
yep,
I would say she has half cover due to it being not physical cover but obscuring.
Yep.
And I would consider him to have disadvantage.
That's roughly what I was thinking. So, okay. She is going to have, in that case, 21 armor. And he's going to have disadvantage on this roll. Let me just count how many attacks he's got. So there's 1, 2... He's going to get four attacks. He's going to have to do 4 attacks and then reload his magazine. That's all he can do. All he can do this round. So 4 attacks with this gun. He fires his first burst. Disadvantage, it hits.
Amazing.
Second one, it hits. Third one,
it hits.
It hits.
Hey, Trig, what was that about you making a character that was okay?
A misfire. Oh well.
I did point out that this guy fights gods, right?
Yeah.
Wait till he starts using his sword. The only reason he stopped firing is he ran out of ammunition. Okay, so that's 19 plus 42. And he... Fucking Christ. Oh, Maddie. Minus.
Hey, Trig,
Yes.
would you allow me to use my reaction to speak to the other members of the party when it's not my turn?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Cool. Shall use that in a bit.
Okay. He's basically halved her health in one combat turn whilst firing blindly through fire.
Oh, then we've got nothing to fear. Except, of course, looking at Medusa.
You've got a minute. And you know what? He's actually going to walk back whilst changing the magazine in his gun. And just basically shouts, "Fucking hurry up, you cunts!"
It's been 6 seconds.
Aye! Aye, and there's a right fucking Gorgon behind me.
So, at this point, assuming you allow us to take things ever so slightly out of turn order, are you going to allow us to do that, Trig?
I was going to say it's Grace's go, but what were you thinking?
Basically, Alistair tosses his magical javelin to Grace and says, use this as a lever.
No, I'm going to make you do that next go. You said you could talk, sure, but no, it's Grace's go.
That's
her
make
own
use your
magical
javelin
javelin.
as a
You know
lever.
that, right?
I did say talk.
Yeah. Yeah, I already have my own magical javelin.
Oh, brilliant. In that case, he would recommend that she use her own magical javelin.
I mean, I also have a greatsword. I mean, I've got all sorts of big levers. I will, assuming, you know what? It is, who's next? It is Garrow next. Okay. I am going to use my action to help Garrow load this statue onto the sack barrow. And can I then ready an action to move to the cart with it?
Sure. Okay, so yeah, if I can use that, give Garrow advantage to load it up, and then move to the barrow. Oh, okay. Garrow's turn then, in that case.
Athletics.
You just about get it onto the trolley. It's a bit wobbly there for a second, but you manage it.
All right. I assume that celestial trolley can be used by anyone, not just a paladin.
It's funny how we kind of skipped over my turn.
Did we skip over your turn? No, we didn't. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
the Medusa's
actually
turn.
did.
It was your turn. You moved over there and said, "Don't fucking look that way. I think they're coming."
I had a help action I could do, I believe.
Okay.
That just gives us advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We already have advantage.
Yeah.
Do you?
So,
Okay.
Am
Never mind.
am I
Then
able
there's nothing
to
I can do.
use
Never
Celestial
mind.
Trolley, or is it Paladins only?
As far as I know, looking at it, I don't think it's a problem. But Grace did say she was ready in action to help you move it to. I will have you, if you both want to take your movement at this point to move the trolley with the people with the thing on it, you can do that.
Right. And the last question I have is, because I get 2 attacks a turn, does that mean I can do 2 athletics in a
No.
turn? And you're going to say no, so that's the end of my turn.
It is.
Unless you will allow me to cast a spell.
That would be an action, wouldn't it?
That would be an action. Do you think what you've done at the present moment it will have taken 6 seconds of time? And be honest. Yes.
I think it would have taken longer than 6 seconds, to be honest.
Right, so I think asking for anything more is not probably likely to get a positive response. It is Medusa's turn. You hear a screeching noise.
Oh, perfect.
Indeed, perfect. Perfect. It is blood curdling and somewhat terrifying. And it's coming from north of you. And I'm very much mistaken. Yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa. That's not a solid wall.
That is a statue. The statue. Hold on a second. No. The height of it is there.
Right.
He's shooting straight around the corner there. You're right. You're right. I should probably have moved it the full movement over
Isn't
there.
that a cave or something? Like I would think that this yellow line would be a wall or of some sorts.
Yeah.
We're abusing the map
This-
aren't we?
I was figuring this was a cave wall. This is an artificial wall. And this statue itself makes up a section of wall.
She can
And
see
this-
round it.
Roof over this.
There is no.
What?
Right? These are lowered areas in much the same way as these drop down. This is a. Oh, you know what? Actually, hold on a second. No, the wall is this area. Remove your stuff. Right. The wall is the walled area. Right, I'll just move her back for a second. You can see the wall there. Can you see the wall?
Wait. Let me. You mean this thing?
No, not that one. Let me describe for you here. These is a wall down. That is a drop.
Whatever you're currently pointing at, we can't see.
You should be able to see that area.
Okay, now we can see a big green sea. Is that you?
That is the green sea. Yes. This
Right,
is
okay.
a wall pointing down
Aha.
to a drop down area. That is just the edge of paving around an area. That is much the same way as these areas here. Drop down a little bit, but it is a difference between a patio and a lawn. These also drop down here at this edge.
Oh, okay. So the grey abyss is actually a grey abyss.
No, this grey abyss here it's lawn. It's just not patioed area.
Okay.
Would it be fair to say she's just shooting underneath this guy's elbow?
She's shooting around the corner.
So would we have some form of cover? Or would she
do
just have
not
disadvantage at throwing?
No, she's going to shoot you.
I wasn't questioning the shooting part. I was questioning the hitting part.
I know. It's okay. She only gets to shoot you twice. Does 24 hit?
Yes.
Good job. She didn't have advantage. Then in that case, take 13 piercing and 14 poison damage. And does 13 hit?
13 does not.
You survived the second shot. It clatters
So
past
what was
you.
it? 13 plus 5?
13 damage in piercing and 14 poisoning.
Oh, 13. Okay.
I really
That
hope that missed arrow didn't hit the statue we're currently unloading.
minus
No,
27.
it sort of glanced past you and sort of stuck into the cartwheel. Actually,
Oh no, now it's not going to spin. It's got an arrow in it.
We can remove the arrow once we're done with the statue.
Have you seen how hard it is to remove arrows from wood?
actually, unironically, is a right bastard.
Oh. After all the heavy lifting Grace and Garrow's done, I'm sure they could break an arrow off at the head.
No,
so
you'd
the
be
wheel
too
can spin enough to
exhausted.
get through the doorway.
You have no idea. It took me fucking ages to hack an arrow out of my table. Not that I would carelessly shoot my table with.
I don't mind if the card goes bonk every once in a while, as long as we can get alive out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bumpy ride. We roll 1d6 for how many statues break on the way back.
Yeah.
For how many statues break for the what 15 feet that we have to move the cart?
Grigori, it is your turn, mate.
I'm gonna not look into the direction that we were shot from, and I'm gonna move with them, and I'll try to. Well, I don't know. I guess I'll just go sit at the front of the cart and be ready for
No,
Get
rid. You can reattach the seat while you're there. Yeah.
Oh, where are you?
Do you
mount
need
the
to sit?
horse. Just mount the horse.
Yeah,
I'll
I was going to say, yeah, from where you are, yeah, just you. That's how much movement do you get?
Wait, where was I? Fuck.
You there, one to the left of there.
Yeah.
Let me check.
Because bear in mind where she
I
is,
can dash.
she cannot. She has moved right round. So the only person she could see is basically you, maybe Garrow, with a good shot.
I've got a pillar behind me. There's no way she can see me.
I'll be. I'm dash. If I dash, I have more than enough movement.
Good idea. Okay, dash, dive for cover, and hide under the cart or something. Good plan.
You can also bonus action dash.
That I mean, I was gonna use my bonus action to stealth.
That works too.
Go for it.
There's not much else I can do.
Your cloak does not give you a bonus here. You will look like a pile of leaves on a patio. But you could try to become one with the horse or something. I don't know.
I mean, you could make a campfire first to give you a bonus.
There is no campfire nearby. There is, however, a nice fountain.
Is 21 enough?
You could crawl behind the fountain and get pretty much full cover from it.
There is no campfire nearby. Looks across bridge.
There's no campfire between me and Medusa directly, but I don't know that because I'm not looking that way. But is 21 enough?
Yes, certainly. Certainly, you have basically at that point somehow magically become one with the horse. You have run up behind the horse, and all of a sudden, all that anyone can see is the horse. No one quite knows what has become of Grigori.
He's tied himself underneath it.
The horse is now looking. Now the horse is now looking pregnant.
No. I'm just slightly next to the horse, below it. I'm just waiting to just give it the sign of go.
Is
Giddy up.
Grigori
Giddy up,
perchance
go.
related to the Russian Tsars? Just
What?
asking.
What?
Maybe with the name Catherine?
That, as far as I can tell, I
have
said before, it
nothing
is
to-
basically a communist propaganda thing. But yes, no.
No. I'm
Alright.
just being laying low as, or at least crouching or something next to the horse, and I'm at this point I'm just waiting for them to load it up so I can pull the horse away with the cart. That would be my turn. I guess it's Alistair now.
That would be your turn, and you guessed correctly. It is indeed Alistair's turn. There you go. As I'm just going to put this in Yesrallaw Odyssey. I'm sure you know what to do with that.
Don't. Delete
No.
this.
No. No.
Why is the
Where's the
why
elf?
is the umbilical cord connected to the horse's spine?
I don't know. I dare not ask these things.
I guess that's how they
some
roll in the
questions are
Shire.
best not answered. Some questions are best not asked. This one is both.
Also, it clearly comes. Also, this horse clearly comes out of the other horse's backside.
Okay, fine.
That's
Fine.
where you're wrong, Kiki. The horse's name is Caesar. Well, Alistair, do something, please, quickly.
There. There. I will delete the
No,
original.
no, it didn't happen. It didn't happen.
Are
Ginger,
you ready?
Ginger, bring back
you
some
ready for this?
sanity to this.
No, do
Is
not.
it my turn yet?
It's Alistair's turn, yes.
Excellent. In that case, Alistair drops concentration on his wall of fire.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Oh, dear.
everybody who added doodles to the wall of fire now have to delete it.
No, we can just move it, right?
No,
Let's
it has
say
to be deleted.
you're letting the
That's it.
Medusa walk over to you.
And then Alistair proceeds to use his second spell slot to cast Wall of Fire again.
Okay.
This time, going along there.
The
hold on.
traditional and classic wall of fire.
You can
Actually-
do it more.
actually-
If you,
It'll go along.
can you
it'll go
move it
along there,
half a square up,
and then
Ginger?
it'll go like that.
Yee.
Yep, that is the area that the Wall of Fire is going to occupy, which I'm sure will absolutely delight the Medusa. And just as reference, the Wall of Fire does this much damage.
Ah, neat.
Is that total or per square?
That is total damage. A person who is in the Wall of Fire can only take that damage once, I'm afraid.
Takes the hit.
That's a terrible deck save.
It really is a terrible deck save. That was like through roll of 2.
Well, you'd think for a slimy bitch like that.
And
It's
after that,
sneaky bitch.
Alistair will once again look back at Jock and say, "Get ready to fire on her." And then run. Again. To there, I'd say.
that Jock actually can't fucking hit her from. Because as you
Hmm.
Can he not shoot a hole through the statue?
Well, I was figuring he would hold his action to fire on her when she emerges through the flames.
I mean, that's probably more likely what he's going to have to do, because no, it's a 50 cal pistol, not a 50 cal heavy machine gun. That is 10
Yeah.
foot of stone.
It's only 50 AE. It's not 50 BMG.
Yeah, exactly.
Or worse, it could be 50 Beowulf.
Oh god, 50 Beowulf's awful.
Would you? Would
Mention
you
that.
allow me to, since it's still technically my turn, have
Yes.
the wall of fire actually have been exactly the same way it is right now, only 5 feet south?
You want to move it 5 feet south, so it's running up and down the statues themselves.
Exactly like what it's just been moved to, like that.
Sure, you can do that. I'll allow it. It's made no difference. It still hit her.
Oh no, you're going to set the grass on fire.
Oh no, that's like the least of our problems.
Jock is actually going to turn round to Alistair and he'll and go, I'm actually not going to fire at this point. I think I can do one better. And he pulls out what of his backpack. I mean, best way of describing it is a roll of Bako foil and a long pole. And I'm just going to see if he can actually do this in one turn or whether it's going to take 2 turns. But essentially, he's going to stick the pole in the ground.
Have you given him a mortar?
No, there's just a long pole with like a stand. And he attaches the roll of Bako foil to the top and rolls it down and basically produces a line, or rather a long strip of silvered material that is extremely reflective, with a pole behind it holding it in place. It is approximately 10 foot tall, and is facing back towards the wall of fire.
Did he just whip out a roll of tinfoil and use it to create an instant mirror?
He did just rip out a roll of tinfoil and use it to create an instant mirror.
Genius. Turns out Jacques the Jacques is actually a smart man.
You don't get to be the level that I am, and I've done a few things around here, and I've fought gods without, learning a trick or two. And I'm coming to fight Medusa. I'm not going to come out here with just my dick in my hand. Aye,
Yeah, he's got a hand left.
exactly.
Well, in response to that, Alistair just looks back at him and with just the slightest hint of a smile says, "Quite. That is usually your friend Patrick's job."
Actually, Jock is way more intelligent than Patrick. Patrick just knows more languages than Jock.
Specifically referring to the dick and hand part of the joke.
Oh, aye, yeah. Do you want me to show you, laddie?
If you do, please do it only to him. Leave me out of it.
This is where Trig says, well, I've prepared a handout for everyone.
I'm sorry, Trig. I can't see any handout. Sorry.
It is now a
I guess the
Grace's
handout
turn.
is too small.
I'm gonna do the same as last time, essentially, and render assistance to Garrow in lifting this onto the cart. Because I think you've got more athletics than I do.
Just one more. So,
Hey, one more with advantage is better than one less without it.
Well, let's watch the double natural ones.
Lol.
Let me know when I should.
Oh.
Well, somebody's got in. What
Okay,
was it?
so I'm going to let you two render assistance to each other to lift the final statue onto the thing. Okay.
Well, it's a 14.
Okay, I
Provoke
want you
it.
to both roll
Yes.
athletics again.
Please, as
I have rolled like 14 good strength rolls and 3 bad ones.
Oh,
Kiki,
Jesus.
why?
Oh,
No!
Jesus.
Stop! Fucking shut!
Are you really surprised?
It's all right.
man?
We got one more over here.
Fucking last one. Hold on a second. As before, we roll to see how much of the percentage of this thing has been destroyed.
He rolls 100.
Hey, rolls 90. It is shattered into lots of small pieces.
Jesus Christ!
I
At this
think
point,
even
I'm
though we're
afraid
in
Jock is
combat,
just
I
gonna
may
turn
choose
around
to
and
take.
just gun us all down.
I think the next time we do this, I'm just going to take 20, even though we're in combat.
What? How?
As in, I'll just wait until I get a natural 20. That's the thing, isn't it? In 5e.
Oh,
Well,
God,
yeah,
if
but
you
to
roll,
wait
it's
for
like,
a 10 is like 10 minutes. That's like
yeah. That's what,
40
6.
combat rounds.
Mm-hmm. Right. You have one left. As my calculations.
Well, that does
What
it for the
about-
barbarian, I guess.
Hang on. What about this one?
Have we not destroyed that one already?
No.
No, we haven't
Yeah,
destroyed
Take her next
Okay,
This one?
okay. You can have one of
This
these
one?
two.
or this one.
No, these two down here are too badly damaged. I'm sorry, you've got two left.
All right.
Jock,
What do I have
incidentally,
left of my
looks on
turn?
in complete fucking dismay. No, you've had your turn trying desperately to fumble and get the thing on there. You carried it up
Alright.
and you've lifted it up and you failed and it's fallen and you've smashed and you've both sort of looked down and been stunned for a few seconds at the how did we do this again?
At this point, there's just a pile of rubble surrounding the cartwheels.
Well, at least she's got something to shed her skin with now.
You know what? We probably would have been more efficient just wandering up with our greatsword and smashing the statue.
By the way, something to point out there, Trig.
Right.
Wall of Fire deals damage when it's first cast, and also when a creature enters the wall for the first time. So she can step out of it perfectly fine, but if she steps back into it again, she'll get hit again.
Yep, I know.
Would she also get damage on her next turn?
Only if she's already standing in the fire at the end of her turn.
So that's what she's doing right now, right?
Her turn hasn't ended yet.
Ah.
She is having her turn now.
Now, for the sake of continuity here, what god have I borrowed this this sack barret from? Like,
Moloch.
I was gonna say, given the amount of like items in transit we're destroying, is it Hermes?
Oh,
Um,
oh, I see what
Maybe-
you did there.
That's a joke that only people in Britain will understand.
Yes.
yes, I have no idea what you're saying, so I'm gonna say Hestia.
No, if we're being honest, and etc., it's probably going to be Ares for Grace, at this point in time. But
Yeah, but he's not the only one here. Oh yeah, but good point. But in this world, is he the only god?
Oh no! This is before the war.
Oh yeah, you're
in heaven.
right.
The Greek gods are all around at the present moment. The Roman gods are just gaining strength,
Well,
etc.
aren't they basically the same?
No, that is a common misconception. That the Romans did borrow a lot of gods, but the archetypes that they the archetypes that they work on are actually quite different.
Oh, so you mean to tell me that Jupiter wasn't a raping?
Yeah, no, and Aries and Mars are actually quite different.
Nice.
One is more like the concept, one is more like the act.
Uh-huh.
So Mars is actually much more of a defensive god than Ares. Ares was a slathering fucking psychopath. I'm just gonna work it.
At this point, as we are nearly at a 50% failure rate on these statues.
I'm still way above on my success rolls than my fail rolls.
The problem is that we had to get 6 statues. So far, we have managed to acquire 5 perfectly, and then proceeded to fuck up on the final one 4 times.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh,
4? No, that was the third one, surely.
1, 2, 3.
No, that one we didn't get to touch. That one was already broken.
No. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Nah, we the one next to Alistair we didn't do.
Right, no. Garrow
Oh, didn't we?
is going to take 2 longbow shots.
I'm standing behind a column, but okay.
No, you're not.
What do I need to roll?
You don't need to roll anything at this point in time. You just need to tell me whether or not 14 hits, which it doesn't,
AC
and
19.
whether 16 hits. It doesn't.
No hits.
You're fine.
They both just bounce off the shield on my back.
bling bling.
I would actually probably give you half cover as well, because that is an uphill shot, to say the least. But
This whole thing has been an uphill battle.
Arrows screech
Now-
over your head. It is, in that case, Grigori's turn.
Let's be honest. What can I do?
I don't know. What can you do?
I can do many things, none of which are helpful.
You can kick and the horses win.
I am not in the horse. Neither is the horse in me. We are not in each other.
Yes. He is not in the horse is not in him. They are symbiotic entities. They are a part of each other.
I am not becoming a son.
One cannot exist without the other.
Yes, they can. I'm just gonna shout at
Sure.
Garrow, good luck. Do my wait, no. Yeah, I'm just literally gonna shout good luck and I'm gonna stealth again.
You're gonna poke your head out, say good luck, and then duck back inside again.
Yeah, there's literally nothing I can do.
You could just
Hey,
blindly fire
Theo.
arrows and hope they hit the Medusa.
Theo, what roguish archetype are you again?
Mastermind.
Just double check for me. Is there anything that a mastermind could do to help?
They say they already have advantage, so there's no point of giving them extra advantage. I have nothing. There's a few things, but they require me to look and be around the enemy for over a minute.
Is there perhaps something that you could do to help somebody who isn't Garrow and Grace?
How far are you away from me? 30 feet? Okay, you get advantage on an attack roll.
Already.
Yeah, so I just shout good luck at Garrow, and then and to Alistair, I shout an extra invigorating good luck.
Excellent. I'm sure I'll figure out a way to use that. Well, it is now
That's of course then before I stealth in again. It would be a bit stupid to stealth, then shout, and then do that.
Alistair is going to, without looking directly at Medusa, intuit the direction that the arrow came from in order to appropriately take cover. With that being the goal, where should he take cover at? True.
Well,
Presumably behind this pillar.
I was going to say that pathway is raised from where you are. So if you dive down there and lie down, you are out of its gaze.
So down here, then.
No, well that would work too. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was basically anywhere.
Anywhere this isn't in the Lightstone area is a depression.
Yeah, even here. Yeah, these steps go up and then across. This. Where's the freehand thing? How is it? This area here is all raised.
Right.
So anywhere down here is at least semi covered. If you were to lie down there, you would be invisible.
Sure. In that case, that is precisely what Alistair's going to do. He is going to go down these steps here, and he isn't going to lie down, but he is going to basically squat.
Mm-hmm.
Squat, crouch, bend over.
Okay.
Aside from that, he's just going to maintain the concentration on the firewall.
Fair enough.
It's the end of his turn.
It is. It is Jock's turn. Yeah.
Well, he could take a couple steps to his right, surely.
Yeah, and look straight at her. Second, what's the distance? Yeah, better not.
Well, you say that isn't a wall. So this is a raised bridge, right?
That is a raised bridge.
And all of this down here is not raised at all. The only bit that is raised is this statue, correct?
No. You see where I've put the green arrows pointing down? Yeah, that is a wall going down. That's what I was trying to intuit with that. That is.
Okay. How far of a step down is that?
That is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 steps. That is basically the same height difference as from where Jock is to where Alistair is standing, at least.
Right. Okay. So this depression here is what, 10 feet down?
Thereabouts, yeah.
Given that she's a 2x2, which is a large creature, he might be able to spot, like, I don't know, the snakes on top of her head or something.
Yeah, which means he would have to take a Constitution saving throw. If he looked at her.
Yeah. I would expect it would have to be a, eye contact thing, but I guess if...
No, it's not eye contact. It is if you see Medusa. You have to. In fact, I'll show you as rules as is written. Are when a creature that can see Medusa's eyes. Oh, it is eyes. Yeah, starts its turn within 30 feet of Medusa. Medusa can force it to make a DC 17 Constitution saving throw. If Medusa isn't incapacitated, she can see the creature, and she can see the creature. If the saving throw fails by 5 or more, the creature is instantly petrified. Otherwise, the creature otherwise a creature that fails begins to turn to stone and is restrained. Restrained creature must repeat the saving throw at the end of its next turn, or become petrified. On a failure, the ending of the effect is a success. It's nasty.
It is eye contact, so if
It
you
is
can
eye
see the
contact.
snakes, I would say that's 3/4 cover.
Yeah.
It's an effective +5 to AC.
In fact, what he's going to do is he's going to pick up his mirror. And he's going to turn it.
The power of what now?
The face, and he's going to reach round and fire off a couple of bursts down there while standing behind the mirror.
Hide behind the mirror and get her attention with some gunfire. Very nice.
Exactly. Because if she looks at that, she's got to be within 30 feet, so if she walks forwards, which she probably will do, she ends up in...
Oh, so it's only within 30 feet
Only within
if
30
you
feet.
see Medusa.
Apparently. I actually thought it was further
Well, in
than
that
that.
case, we're all safe. We're all fine.
I mean, we don't know that though.
Yeah, you don't know that.
We don't know that. We're just scared shitless of, oh shit, if we see her, we turn into stone.
Well, Jock is clearly familiar with the Medusa, so he should know.
Jock knows. Yeah, he's dealt with this situation before. That's why he's brought the mirror. But it's not like he's gone and got the ruler out and so on. He knows that if she sees him and he sees her, he's in trouble. So he knows what he can do to deal with it. He fires off a burst. You know what? That's gonna fucking hit. And he's gonna fire off a second burst. With disadvantage. That's not gonna hit.
At disadvantage?
He's not looking where he's firing. He's blind firing.
Ah, right. Okay. Yeah, disadvantage then, definitely.
Yeah.
Oof.
How are you drawing that star?
Right, okay. First one definitely hits, though, and that does 40, 50, 60... Medusa screeches with rage as several of the snakes on her head get sort of basically blown straight off and lands and wriggle around on the floor. She has even more scars on her face and one in the shoulder as well. She screeches rather loudly. Grace and Garrow, it is your turn to see if you can smash up any more of the statues in this area.
Right. Ez, hear me out here. Do we want to go for... we can reach both of them. Do we want to go for this one and get it in one? Or do we want to do this one so it's a shorter trip after we smash it?
I don't see that it matters. You're cool.
Let's go with the closer one. We'll be hopeful.
Okay. Oh, that's ruler mode. All right. I shall roll the athletics.
Mm-hmm.
Do I?
Definitely, we have
am I
advantage
with
You
because
have
we're helping each
advantage,
other.
thank fucking God. Right, okay. You have it on the sack barrow.
Okay. Do we have enough movement to get back to the cart this turn?
How much movement
I've
did you
got
take?
10
I've
movement
got
left.
40.
You can move
I
it.
get
You
40
can move
movement
it
this turn.
another 10.
5.
No.
Ten.
You're not moving it up all of those steps. See those steps that you move? You don't levitate. Go where Grace has gone.
Yeah, no. Grace is the one moving it. I'm just going to the cart.
Okay. You're jumping up
Moved.
a good 10 foot high. That's all your movement.
Sure.
No, that's going down.
No, those are going up.
Right,
That is
so
a raised position
that's 25.
from that.
All right.
That you
Fine.
just
Oh,
jumped
whatever.
up
Put me
all of those
just put,
stairs.
all right, put me next to Grace then, whatever.
This is getting
Alright, that's my turn.
confusing.
Yeah.
If they're going with the statue back to the car, then it's going down, right?
Right, the route it's going to have to take would be that way. Oh god, where's the fucking thing? That way, and then that way.
Okay, whatever. If that works, that works.
That bit there, those steps, those are steps up. This area here is raised from this area here.
Oh,
The stairs, they're difficult terrain, right?
Yeah.
Right, so that basically means it's twice as much movement to traverse that location. So if Garrow started off here, I mean, he's 10 feet, 30 feet to get
Why
to...
is he going up the stairs?
All right. Trig, just move Garrett to wherever you think he could have gotten to.
I think you're fine where you are.
Okay.
I think you were trying to take double your movement space, which is why I stopped you.
That's fine. I mean, problem with Roll20 is you sometimes lose perspective.
Yeah.
Are you using your action to dash, by the way, yes?
No, he's
I
used
don't
his
think I
action
can use my action to dash. I use my action to put a statue on a trolley.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
A Medusa is
Well,
going
that's
to...
it. That's it. Move
Yeah.
on to who's next? Medusa,
It's
I guess.
Medusa, yes, I know. I was just taking her go. Is that okay? Can I continue? Continue? Do you want to say something else? Medusa
go
takes
ahead.
a go. She steps forward and finally notices that Jock has set up a mirror for her.
Is she a narcissist?
She doesn't have much of a choice. She knows that someone up there is shooting at her. It's within an arse, and that's arse of 30 foot. She's going to see it. I want to see if she can turn herself to stone.
She's just out of range. Look at that. Even if I turn off snapping and measure,
Yeah.
it's 31 feet.
So she's going to fire a longbow twice at Jock. First one does not hit. Second one does though. Does him 32 poison, well, 32 damage in total.
16 hits.
No,
27
the
hits.
27 hits.
Oh.
No, in fact, the first one should have hit. The 25 should hit as well. Sorry, I looked at that and that was 15. God, my contact lenses need changing. Okay, so both hit. So that's 20.
So I'm guessing the tinfoil doesn't count as.
Punches a hole straight through. Believe it or not. So just watch Jock's health bar, right? Minus 20.
Wait, did it go down?
And and then minus 32.
By a total of 52 health.
I think once again we've got the end boss on our side.
Oh, and then some.
And then some.
Right, Grigory's go. Are you going to climb out of the horse's ass yet?
I'm not in the horse's ass. It's already filled with a stick. There's no way to go, and I wouldn't go there anyways.
You are correct. There is already a rather large stick. There we go.
I'm just gonna give another advantage to attack for Alistair.
Could you move up a little bit and give it to Jock instead?
Oh, sure.
Perhaps you can stand behind this pillar.
You've got a thing for that pillar.
If I would stand here, would I be out of line of fire?
You would have full cover, so I'd add an extra 5 AC.
Oh yeah, good enough. Merde. And this?
And what? What?
And here?
Yeah, you're. I'll give you half cover at that point.
Good enough.
If you were there, you would have full, but yeah, that's half
Good
cover.
enough.
To be honest, Jock's going to get his go first before Medusa.
Wait, I still have some movement, so I'm gonna do the. I'll give Jock advantage on his attack, and then I'll move back.
Mhm.
So he's got advantage on his next attack. Let me just check if it's the whole attack or just the first attack. If it's the whole action or just the first attack. Where was it? Master of attack. Aid ally in attacking a creature. Yeah, take that as you may.
Okay. Alistair, it's your turn.
Let's see. Right. Okay. Alistair is going to do something rather risky. He's going to step up to here. He's going to look over at the distant Medusa.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to cast Toll the Dead. For some reason, roll damage. So, target must make a Wisdom saving throw, DC 17.
Wisdom saving throw, DC 17.
I think that's a pass.
That looks like a pass, yeah.
Well, thinking, oh shit, it's time to turn to stone, Alistair is then going to proceed to walk back down the stairs again and resign himself to his new entombed fate.
Do you strike a pose?
He calls over to Grace and says, I can be the final statue. In fact, saying that, he'll actually walk over to the cars and just, he
Stand on
will
the
attempt-
cart and stare at the Medusa.
Just sit on the ledge.
He will sit on the back of the cars and strike Michael's thinking pose.
You could. Oh no, because then you're not quite in the cart, and we've got to make a check to see whether we can lift you in properly.
Well, he's not that heavy to begin with.
Hang on, don't we already have a statue in transit?
You do have a statue in transit, yes.
Okay, we didn't break that somehow, did we?
No, not yet. You haven't.
Good.
It's Jock's turn. And he's going to put his last magazine in his gun. He's going to mutter some fucking god damn it. These things are expensive to repair anyway. And he's going to fire.
Oh no, that hits.
Oh,
no, that hits.
oh, they've all hit.
Oh no, that hits.
Wait. 23 hits?
Oh yeah.
Oh no, that hits. So presumably she has been turned into little more than a
Mincemeat.
salsa.
Yeah. Actually, this is the interesting part because yes, she has been shot to pieces at this point, and looks down at the.
Where is her blood?
It is kind of weird because it isn't. It's actually dust, and she turns to stone, and then breaks up and falls to powder, and disappears into a pile of dust there. And then you hear a blood-curdling screech coming from kind of the same place that she came from before.
Oh. Amazing.
I guess it's time to leave.
When you're cursed
still
by the
gotta get
gods
one
to
more
live
time.
forever on an island, the gods mean it.
Oh my god, what if we use remove curse on the Medusa?
Can't. Out of spell slots. But what is important, I am still maintaining concentration on that wall of fire. So she can't see us until she goes round that corner again.
But she knows
Hey,
we're here.
Ginger. Maybe Alistair should write a note saying we just came here to remove your curse and you attacked us, and just leave that behind.
No, he can't. He thinks he's turning into a statue.
Gotta remain cool. Gotta keep your cool.
Whose
Yeah,
turn is
he's
it?
full emo. I think it's ours.
It was just Jock, so yes, it is Grace and Garrow. It is your turn to break another statue.
Right, how much do I what do I have to do to punt this child out of the way?
I mean, it's a very small child, so probably
He's just at the ledge. He's just at the
very,
ledge.
very easily.
Might
you
I
didn't mean
cast
Alistair.
levitation on Alistair?
You can indeed, if you wish to cast levitation. This is a perfect time to do it.
Okay, I would like to cast it in this direction. Well, actually, no, that would be a bad idea. That will hit the statue. This direction. Alright,
Thank you.
what do I need? What do I need to roll to?
It's been a while
see how
since
far
I've
he
seen you
goes?
cast levitation. What did we do last time?
I believe last time it was a contested athletics check.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead. I'll go first.
And you don't have advantage on this one.
Okay. That is, yeah.
Like, Garrett's just like getting really sick of this now. Like he's
Yeah.
been working really hard, and this guy's just sitting there
After-
blocking the end of the mission, and he just tosses him like a
Yeah,
If it weren't for all those modifiers, it would have been a stalemate.
Is this a after lifting so many big heavy statues, lifting a child actually feels a lot lighter than you expected, so he goes miles.
Wait, does he go 1 foot for every number I beat him by or something? Is that what we're doing?
Roll me a D. Roll me a D15, and we'll see how many feet he flies. Okay, you've thrown him definitely 2 squares. Yeah.
All right.
I want him in this square here.
Yeah, sure.
Does
Sure.
he ricochet off the pillar?
Oh, shit. Hang on. There we go.
He just glares at you like dismissively and gets back to it. It's like after Grace has like kind of flailed at the last 2-3 statues when he's slipped, dropping them. He's just like.
Isn't this the
he's
second
done with
time
this.
you've been thrown bodily by Garrow? I don't seem to remember you being hurled into a river.
Hang on.
That's the first time, to be fair, was consent.
Hang on. I need to address something. After Grace has flailed because Garrow slipped a little. What is this? What is this
I've been
passing of
rolling.
flame?
I rolled something like 12 really good rolls. Then I got 2 bad ones, and then recovered each of them, and then you knocked them out of my hands.
I mean, it wouldn't have been a problem if you just passed, you know. I gave you advantage.
Yeah,
That's the
you
thing.
put it in the-
Kiki, there's a strong reason why I haven't been letting you roll any of these last few rolls, which is the second I do, you're going to ace it, and I can't let that happen.
Shall we just
You
put it
know
on
what?
there and leave?
You know what? Shall I try this one?
No. It's with advantage, so it's fine.
It is with advantage. It just gets there. 17 is what you've got to beat. 17 is what you've got. 17 that happened last time. You have finally got 6 statues on the cart. 5 are the ones that were supposed to be there. There is definitely not the ideal 6th one.
The 6th one's some dodgy bronze thing.
Yeah, the 6th one is indeed some dodgy bronze thing.
With or without an owl?
I'm feeling somewhat punished here, despite having done the bulk of the strength rolls.
Good. Right. Okay, that's on. I don't care. Right. Jock looks over and goes, "Oh, you finally got all 6, have you? Well, it'll have to fucking do."
Can I just I was gonna say, can I just for completion's sake smash the final statue with my javelin? But no, I sure insist.
No, that is a person in there, Kiki. It's a person.
Yeah, so were the other ones, but we don't know that. Well, we do, but we
Alright.
don't know that they can be
Do
turned.
know
Okay,
that.
I'm
This
going to
one?
say, Grigori, it is your turn. Medusa has taken her turn.
Okay, I'll just yell to Jock that we're ready, and I'll be moving to the cart and kick the horse, or well, to
Kick the
pull the
horse?
horse. Not to kick the horse, but to just pull the horse along, so to get the
He's
cart
kicking
started.
it from inside like a baby in the womb.
Right, let's startle the horse. I'm sure it won't break any statues.
Not to kick, to pull the horse along so that the cart starts moving.
Right. I suggest you all get round the cart, and yes, Jock will.
I am going to walk behind the cart, staying close enough in case any statues start to topple, so I can try and catch them.
Good thing.
A good idea.
I would suggest Grace does it the same from the other corner.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Oh, and yeah, someone grab the chair for the cart before we leave. Let's not litter. Yeah, pointedly ignoring all the rubble that we leave behind.
I'll leave the sack barrel on there as well. If we cast stone to flesh on the rubble, will it just turn into flesh piles?
Please don't think about it.
Do you have stone to flesh? Do you?
No.
Oh, that's a
I
shame
wish I
because
did.
yes, there would be a pile of broken intestines and gore there.
That's one way to make mincemeat.
Exactly.
We've got to smash some statues and just take some rubble with us so that when we get flesh to stone, we can cast instant gore.
Well, Kiki, if you take some of the rubble with you, the bishop probably has greater restoration.
Yes. You know what? The bishop has greater restoration and probably has resurrection, although resurrection is not going to work because they're more than 100 years old. Although, are they? Are they? That's an interesting point. He might be able to resurrect these characters.
We knocked one of their heads off, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's just take the head.
Okay.
Done.
Okay. I'll let you take the head. You have a severed head, and in stone.
I'm going to add Rocky Face to my inventory underneath bazooka and gun.
If memory serves, resurrection doesn't require a complete body.
It doesn't. It does require it's within 100 years, and it will be well within 100 years for the body here, but whether or not moving through the hall of worlds counts as that extra 100 years, because it will be more than 100 years, more like 1,000. I'll have to have a think about that, because you're not going to get a chance to be able to do that today. But Jock is going to make his way over here, and he fiddles with something on his wrist, and a door appears at the base of these steps here. Quite an ornate
bit
door, nice big,
strange.
sort of door you would find on maybe Dracula's castle kind of affair. Big twin door, big stone archway. Right smack bang there, and you were able to guide the horse and cart through said doorway.
Mhm.
And as you get through that doorway, you hear a final indignant shriek from behind you. And then the door's shut. And Jock turns. Aye, she always was a bitch, that one. I've shot her I don't know how many times. I can't fucking keep her down.
What is it that keeps her going? A curse, you said.
Aye, I told you before she was cursed by the goddess.
Has no
And,
one tried to remove this curse?
well, I don't know if you have noticed, lassie, but she's a wee bit difficult to get close to. You get anywhere near her and she fucking tries to do you one.
I've had girlfriends that match that description.
I highly doubt that.
Oof.
I mean, to be fair, he did have that one fling with Grace.
Yes, and he ended up pinned to a wall.
Oddly flaky.
Exactly.
It is worth bearing in mind that Alistair does have 20 charisma. He's by far the most
Oh,
charismatic
really?
person of the party.
Yeah.
Also the cringiest.
Allow me to demonstrate.
Yeah, I'm not persuaded by your argument. I'll give you he believes he's the most charismatic of the party.
Right, you basically walk down the hall with Jock, who's telling you all manner of interesting things about where he's been and stuff he's done. But mostly he's telling you, for God's sakes, where we go here. Just drop everything off. Don't break anything more. And let's get this done with.
Out of curiosity, are Gary and Grace covered in stone dust?
Probably.
Yes, you would be covered in stone dust.
You mean petrified gore, right?
I do mean petrified gore, yes.
Don't get the bishop to cast Greater Restoration on you before you've had a bath.
You will not be seeing the bishop just yet.
Hey, Uslu.
Um,
Just so you know, I have to switch to my mobile right now.
okay.
So I'll be muted also. If we manage to go to Michael's place in this thing, I will try to find my knife, if that's possible.
Certainly. It's possible if you try. Because you're just going to open a door. And, where the oh,
Ah, that looks familiar.
it does. And, oh, you know what, I'll, oops, wrong one. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? So many goddamn pictures, but yes. Jock leads you in. If you just put your characters in just behind Jock, and we'll bring in a cart as well.
You know,
Not sure why, but every time I bring my character in, it has icons on it now.
I don't remember seeing Alistair in this in yesterday's campaign.
That's because you wouldn't have done. And
They visited after we'd left, I'm guessing.
remember, these 6 statues are the reserve ones.
Yep.
You guys are currently basically beating the crap out of some Native Americans at the present moment, whilst Michael is having a delivery of 6 new statues. You know, just in case, etc. God damn, I put him in the background. Done it again. Made my life miserable. 3. So, basically, you guys arrive. Jock is gonna go, yeah. If it's not too much bother, get the statues off the back of that wagon, and
Do you want us to roll athletics?
drop them in 2 rows of 3. Yes, I do. I want you and Garrow to roll athletics, give each other advantage, to get them off, and drop them into position. Meanwhile, you can hear Jock and the well-dressed gentleman at the end of the row, who he's talking to as Michael, and he's sort of saying, "Hey, we got 5 of the ones you wanted, but the 6th got smashed, and then the reserve got smashed, and then the reserve for the reserve got smashed.
Speaking of smashing statues,
But we did get 1 at least." You both had advantage, as I said. So fortunately, Kiki's 23 means that the first one is indeed off the back of the cart. Dear God. So that's 1. Do you want to try the second one?
Well, Ez has tried the second one.
Oh, Ez has tried the second one.
That was both of us on the first one, wasn't it?
Yes, I thought that was both of you on the first
was
one.
it?
Garrett
okay.
nearly
I
dropped
thought you
it.
said
We both
both of
have
us
to roll
tried.
these, don't we?
Yeah, you both
okay.
rolling this. I just want you to, one of you, to get over 18 to do it, and you both have advantage.
Right, number 2. Let's go.
Fine.
Right, well, I don't need to roll for that.
Right, number 3.
Don't need to roll for that.
Number 4.
Garrow, please
Here
roll
we go.
on that one. Thank you. Number 4.
Saved it.
Number 5. And number 6.
Lovely. All 6 statues are safely delivered.
it's a shame we couldn't have done that when we were collecting the statues.
I know, right?
Do I recognize Michael?
Roll me a perception check. Because you've only ever seen Michael. No, you've only ever seen Michael really in one brief moment, and most of it he was looking like an actual angel, and when he wasn't, he didn't look like that. In fact, what you think you see over there is the prince that was married to Jean of France, but that couldn't be him.
Okay, in that case, I would like to make a.
The Duke. Yeah, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I was about to do, Ginge. I would like to make a divine sense and see whether he seems to be some kind of demon, because the dude face that we remember was married to a demon,
Mm-hmm.
and that would explain a long life.
Right.
I will make sure I'm in range as well.
There is no evil, but there is rather powerful good, as you would know it, emanating from this character. And there is a definitely highly familiar feeling to him. And at which point he sort of let's actually give him a wee roll. God damn it! I keep putting fucking green dots everywhere. He recognizes you guys and looks straight at you, Grace, and smiles and nods his head.
I'm going to wander over, hand him the sack barrow, and say, "Yeah, I believe you know where this needs to go." And then wander back again.
He looks at it and raises an eyebrow, grins, and how the hell did that get out of my shed? I'll get the gardener to deal with that later. Right, you've done me a fine service. Thank you kindly. Good to see you all again. Jock, make sure they are all rewarded for their service. You don't realize how much of a favor you may have done me. But consider it a service.
Grigori, when he said reward, don't go inside
God.
him.
Hey, Grace,
I
did
mean,
you
yes,
tell the rest of the
Grigori
party
attempts-
that who this is?
Theo, are you attempting to pickpocket the knife back? I really want you to simultaneously say yes and no. Well, Alistair will ask, will call out in response to his thanks for the service. Just simply ask, I feel as though I'm not familiar with this place. Tell me, where are we?
You are in the British colonies of North America. Just outside a town called New Erection.
A colony.
Yes.
Is America what we are calling France?
No, he smiles grins rather widely. No, somewhat the opposite direction from France if you sail from England. Imagine, are you familiar with are you familiar with Ireland?
Indeed.
Well,
The
if you
savages populate it.
indeed, yes, and that sadly will probably never change. But if you sail towards Ireland and then carry on in the same direction and keep going, the next landmass you'll find is America. And that is where we are.
Countless ships have been lost sailing that way. Are you sure?
Yes, I would not lie to you.
Apologies. I forget who I'm speaking with.
Theo's going to ask a question. Michael is going to be unable to give you the knife back, for it is not in his possession at this time.
How about asking if he, in all this time, he's figured out how it works?
Michael has never tried to figure out how it works. He wasn't the one that was trying to figure out how it works.
By now, by the way, I can confirm that Michael would not have had the knife in his possession.
Hmm.
Well, let's try and avoid a temporal paradox then, shall we?
Quite.
Did Grace tell the rest of the party that this guy is the angel?
I mean, I just recognized something familiar about him. I didn't recognize him from my perception check. I just knew that
allow
he
me to
followed
rephrase.
the same.
I
the
got a
same
really bad
fate.
perception roll, so I just want to know if Garrow has been told who this is by anyone.
And bore divinity.
Alistair's operating under the assumption that he's speaking with a foreign noble. A foreign noble who happens to speak perfect English. But he is going to finish off with one last thing and just simply ask, may I ask what time we are in?
He smiles again and says, better you not know, lest we upset certain people. Not even I want to upset the monitors. But we are in a different time to where you are from. Yes.
I see. I surmised as much, given this Hall of Heroes apparently has the ability to transport us from year to year.
Indeed. Jock,
Very curious.
Jock, you will make sure that they are, as I said, well rewarded for this. You have done a great service. Thank you.
It's, if this is the future, then we should probably make our way back to the past. Because we have a job to do for our god, do we not? And should we not complete it, who knows not what will happen in the future without it being completed?
Yes.
Well,
Yes, you
one would
do
assume this
indeed.
man knows.
Sorry, what?
Garrow just says one would assume that this man over here knows what happens in the future.
And I believe that if the arrow of time flies true, then it would not do as well to know our own fate.
Quite. Lest it not reach you intact.
It
Time
wouldn't be much of
is
an adventure if you knew how it ended.
time is somewhat malleable, and things can change. Decisions that are made may make changes in the future, or potentially even the past, especially if you're using the hall. Now, away before someone sees you. You do not look like you're from around here. Enough questions are being asked as it is.
I'll
Is there anything else you'd like to do here? Or Jock is going to take you in the cart, leaving the statues, and head back.
yeah, I'll offer Michael a little wave of a forehead salute type thing, and head off towards the back of the cart.
Fantastic.
Yep. Alistair will also simply turn and look to Jock to, give us another doorway.
Jock will walk past. It's like, the cart can be left, and Jock will walk past you, and once again, looks like he seems to be sort of, I don't know, rubbing his wrist with as if he had an itch on it, and one more time, a large, ornate stone doorway, archway appears. Double doors. They swing open, and you will be able to walk into the hall once again. As you walk into the hall, if you look behind yourself, the doorway is just a single doorway, and once again you are dealing with the
Wow.
weird shifting perspective time space area that is the hallway. In the distance, you see a man in white armor walking beside a dragon. Open a door and vanish into it.
Was that Tom?
Maybe
Was his new to ask?
that wasn't Thomas with the Tarrasque. No, that's Thomas with his dragon.
Was he taking it for walkies?
He was taking it for a walk. In fact, I might say that beside him was a man in full dark robes and hood.
Well,
A
tell
doorway.
Tom that to give Pug my best.
There we go. Good man. Someone knows what I'm talking about. Right. Jock will guide you through the hall, and after an imperceptible amount of distance and an uncountable number of doorways which were invisible,
That's why we couldn't count them.
pretty much, yeah, pretty much. You find yourself opening a doorway and walking back to the bishop's house. And where the hell was the bishop's house? Oh god. Got the image anymore, I deleted it.
I believe you were using one of the fort renditions for the bishop's house.
I did, you're right. Right, I found that
specifically.
But because I do not have an actual full account of for this game or this site, you can only actually upload a set number of pictures, which is somewhat frustrating, and so I can't actually upload any more pictures into the thing. There we go. You open a doorway, and basically you seem to be walking out of the outhouse. In Jean d'Armagnac's castle, palace, and Jock thanks you all for a very job very well done. And passes you a pouch. Grigori, you're there. In fact, all of you there, and actually, you know what? 1 through 4. I'm going to say he gives this to.
Through the door.
Pardon?
Do we literally just step through the door and Jean immediately just hands us a sack without any word?
No. Jean isn't handing you a sack. Jean's in the house talking to Patrick at the present moment, and CD. There we go. You lot of that there. He's just literally walked through this area here, which we're going to call an outhouse for the time being, because sod it, why not? And you walk out. It looks like all five of you were basically taking a crap together.
Amazing.
Yep.
Hate those smelly indoor things.
And Jock's going to go, right, I'm going to find Patrick. And I've got some other things to do. But I said I'd reward you well. And I think I will. And he passes you a bag. And divide these out amongst yourselves. And inside the bag there is a 4 rings and a pair of gloves.
4 rings and a pair of gloves, you say?
4 rings and a pair of gloves.
I hope he hasn't been using those for Patrick.
Yeah, you just had to make it weird, didn't you?
Turns out.
Right, well, Jock, that was quite the adventure. If you ever need someone to do some heavy lifting game, be more than happy to go on a out of the world adventure. I mean, quite much a bit further than I thought I'd ever travel, to be honest.
Absolutely. Always willing to come smash up a few statues for you.
Aye. I'm just glad there were enough. I mean, Medusa's only, petrified 20 or 30 men. I thought we were going to run out. The last
you
lot managed to
considered
get
me-
6 straight to him. He nearly broke twice that amount.
Have you considered
I mean,
maybe bringing a group of 6 simply to come and look at Medusa and then just taking the statues back then?
He grins at the idea and he's like, you lass have an evil sense of humour. That wouldn't be exactly fair to some poor sod, would it?
I mean, you're just making sure the world's a little less gullible.
Hold on a second. Got these. Right. I am just going to pop what those rings and gloves were into the handout. They should be viewable to everyone.
Loot time.
Loot time
Yeah.
indeed. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There you go.
I only see 3 rings.
Same. 3 rings and 1 glove.
Which ones are you
Yeah.
saying? Oh, hold on, let me see.
3 action, 5 resist, protection, and snaring.
Same here.
Oh, okay. Amusingly, the one you couldn't see was that one.
Was invisible.
Ah!
Does the Ring of Invisibility allow you to stealth even when next to campfires?
Yeah, I would imagine.
Do you still cast a shadow when you're invisible?
I don't think you do.
Yeah, interesting. Hey, Ginger, what's the rule on attunement? Can you attune to more than one thing at a time?
You can tune to 3,
Please.
can't you?
Up to
Yeah.
3. items at a time.
Yeah. I looked it up recently. You can attune up to 3 items unless you're an artificer, in which case you unlock further attunement slots as you level up. Oh. I
So-
would.
Divide those rings and gloves up between you.
Well, I think
I-
between all of those, I think the one that Alistair would like the most would probably be the Ring of Free Action.
I quite like the protection and missile snaring.
Same, to be honest. So you take the one of the two you like, I'll take the other one.
Any objections to Grigori taking the invisibility ring?
Oh God, no!
No,
I didn't. Even...
no, but I would say that he's damn near invisible as it is. It
Here's the
might
thing.
be worth thinking about actually having someone else have that, but
An invisible creature gets advantage on invisibility, which stacks very nicely with
Yeah.
already having very high values.
yes. And anyway, I'm just DMing. I don't get a say in this. Do with it what you will. In fact, if you like, we can have you all fight over them, and who winner takes all. Last man standing. That is, after all, how Jock got them.
It would be nice if we had a PvP, just to see who would win.
That could be hilarious.
Does a 15 hit you, Ginger?
Yeah, it would.
I'm not actually attacking. I was just. But
You know what,
just
we
out of
can do this if-
curiosity,
We can do
does a
this.
19 hit?
Yes.
I was gonna say we can do this if you like. We could have a bout between us first for the a bout between us for the choice, if you like. In fact,
Nah.
what's your dexterity?
14.
What's mine? Mine is 13. You are probably better off with the gloves and missiles now. What's your AC?
What's your AC?
Yeah, mine is 18. What's yours?
19.
I think that solves it.
Well, believe
Yeah.
it or not,
Take the missile snaring. I'll take the protection.
believe it or not, AC actually stacks better when it's put on somebody who has the highest AC. But, that's very metagamey and
The
such.
missile snaring is better for Ez though, because he's got better dexterity.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I was actually thinking we should hold on to that if we ever find Bruce again.
Bruce
Yeah.
can already do that.
You can.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, monks get it at level 3.
Bruce can do that and throw it back.
Yeah, you know that stuff that Cecilia did with the arrow? That is a basic monk ability.
Bruce has just never had the
I didn't realise
opportunity.
it added 1d10.
Yeah. In fact, as a monk, you get that plus your
Your
monk level.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I suppose it makes more sense because Garrow tends to fight somewhat unarmed, and you can only use this with an open hand.
Yeah, because I use both
Fire
hands.
resistance has to go to CD. After all, the amount of fire he encounters, especially when it's made by himself.
Self-inflicted fire damage does seem to be CD's thing. Yes.
I don't think there is a charm or a trinket for stupidity. Protection against, I mean.
So we've got 5 split between how many of us? 4.
5.
5.
Oh, 5 split between 5. So Theo's getting the ring of invisibility.
Yep.
As you're taking the gloves of missile snaring, yeah?
Yeah.
Fire resistance to CD, ring of free action to
Alistair.
Alistair, and ring of protection for Grace. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I have a recommendation. All of these different magic item handouts, let's edit them to show who currently has hold of the item.
Why don't we just put them in our inventories?
So that other people in the party can see who owns where the given magic item currently is being held. It's just a suggestion.
I mean, sure.
All right.
I was just going to delete them once everyone's happy with who's got them.
No, fair enough.
If you
Well,
just move
in that
into your
case,
inventory, and
just...
we'll leave the
Yep.
fire resistance there, so we know CD. That's for CD.
Yep.
In fact, I will just make it viewable to him. There we go. Nobody else can see it anymore. Gosh. Delete protection ring. Ability ring. Delete free action. And delete gloves of missile firing. Gone. Right. I would suggest we leave it at there, as I don't have anything else prepared at this point in time, and it is 11:30, and I'm kind of knackered because I'm really fucking busy at the moment. GG. Good game. I rather enjoyed that little side quest.
Imagine doing a side quest and it only taking one episode.
Well, I know. I was a little worried you wanted to go and do a karaoke contest with the king, but
That was your idea, but it never came up.
Yeah, I know, because you said I would have to sing, and nobody needs to hear me sing. Right, so I'm going to end the stream at this point in time, if I can find where I'm streaming it to. Oh dear God, now I'm looking at pictures of horses pregnant with dolphins. Why have I been looking that up? Right, okay, so
Rip your
thanks.
search history.
Question.
Yeah, I know. You know what? It's a very, very good job. I use a browser that doesn't save my search history, because my search history is possibly the most cancerous thing ever.
Hey, Trick.
Yes,
We are still streaming.
I know.
Don't forget.
Nothing illegal. It's just memes and really, really horrific, eye-wateringly bad taste nonsense. Anyway, good night, everyone. Thanks for watching, etc., etc. Streaming again on Sunday with the new campaign. And I'm gonna have to work out who's
Do we
gonna
have a
have
name for that one yet?
Yes, Where Angels Fear to Tread. You named it.
Oh wow, you actually like that. Cool.
Fuck yeah, it's absolutely perfect for what's going off. I'm really interested to see how you guys will fare with the Faith Healer. That's an interesting little puzzle. Yeah, I'm interested to see how that goes.
Faith Healer is a girl. I think we know how Coatrack will deal with it.
The Faith Healer is not a girl. Thank God. And I'm just waiting for Coatrack to do that with some farmer's daughter, and the farmer find it, because that's all very well whilst he's knocking up or knocking off the hired help and the succubus, but good wholesome farm girls or general members of the populace might not be quite as willing to have a struggle snuggle whenever he feels like it. Anyway, enough of that. If anyone that's watching is interested in that, Sunday, and it's the American Adventure, I think I called it, an American Adventure Where Angels Fear to Tread. And enough shilling of that crap. I'm going to bail for the night. Thanks for everyone for playing. That was great fun. We'll catch you again next time. I have ended
Have a
the
good
stream.
night, guys.